if anyone's listening. Yeah, that's how you can find the game. It's basically free to play. Definitely invest in the book, but you can pretty much play off all the rules. So it is still. I have one note open here. Still on the trip on the train to Breslau from Berlin. It is still Thursday, January 12th, 1934, in this alternate world, although it is evenings. It's probably getting more like 8, 9 p.m. You're all on this train to back up again to give the picture of the whole thing. So these are all the cars. Purple is the locomotive or engine. Blue are the sleeper cars. Green, the passenger, first class, and coach. Red, the dining cars, and orange, the freight and post car at the end. You had all started off with rooms in the first class and sleeper. Had gone back to the first dining car where you ran into this girl, Claudia, who said that her little brother, Helge, who was missing, and you followed her and her little dog as they pretty much searched through the remaining amount of cars, eventually finding a distraction essentially in the freight car. She teleported in the way or basically fell through a black, white, inky hole in the floor. And then the terrorist organization known as the Days attack you all. And it appears they have plans to uh, ride the train normally to Breslau, but upon the outskirts of town, ramp it up to full speed and just plow it right through the train station into the power station, which will most likely destroy at least half of the city. It is a long train trip, so you still have several hours really before you get there, but you're essentially trying to stop the car. And as you said last time, rather than just sweep through and take out the guys, you might try using the roof as a quick jaunt to just take out the guys in the locomotive, get the train under control, and then maybe sweep through or just contact the police when you get there to arrest the rest of the guys. You had gone up onto the roof of the freight car, and again below the roofs, I have the insides for what they look like, at least for the ones we've seen. As I said, on the either end of the train car, you'll always have the door on either side, and on the rear, the right side or the bottom side here, you also have a ladder which will get you up to the roof. You had made it to the. Oh yeah, that was the conductor. On top of the one sleeper car, the blue suit was here, and then actually Schnuppe, Stern Schnuppe, the shooting star, had run ahead up all the way up to this car in case anyone else was coming out or up. You had fought a few of the guys, knocked them off. There was just this one guy, one Saturday left off. He is currently stunned. You all still have your bolster going, although, oh, Mike Scott's not here.
Yeah, I know.
I think what I'll do is I'll take Alma Dieter out since he's not playing. I was hoping Taylor would come in and just like replace one for one, and I'll essentially keep your bolster going for one more round, and then it'll drop. As we say, like the timelines is shifted, and Alma Dieter was not on this mission. Also, you have a tunnel upcoming. The blue suit with his evil goggles, Alderböhle, seen off the distance. There was a tunnel coming. It is at the time I'm based roughly a minute out. Now it's roughly 48 seconds, which sounds like not much, but when you put it in rounds, if it's a 6 second round, that you've got 8 rounds to go. Now this is just an estimate, and at some point I'll pull it down, and you'll just have to do perception checks. And as far as what you know of the tunnel, if you were laying prone on the roof, you wouldn't be swept off or anything, and you could make it to an elevator and get back down, or do something to teleport down under. You could probably fight or shoot from that position. You're not able to fight melee prone, but you can use a ranged attack while prone. But you will probably be at disadvantage. It'll be very dark in the tunnel, very windy as you're up there. But you can use that to your advantage or disadvantage. And let me see. I guess I'll zoom out a little bit more so we can see everybody on the screen. And are there any, before we start, basically at the top of the order of the melee we left off at, are there any questions about what's going on or who has what or anything?
I had a comment.
Yeah.
That is, after you had said something and I said, well, we have to go down, I thought about it later and realized my own actions caused those people to come out of the cars because I stumbled and made a lot of noise on the roof. So
Yeah, I think you had one stumble, and even if you weren't stumbling, you were running, especially at high speed. And then also when the blue suit did a rocket jump and kind of landed that thump, that was kind of the sound that kind of brought them all out. So yeah, no worries. I understood that was one of the things you realize afterwards. Because also, as much as I don't know, I tend to be too good at or too nice at GM. Maybe I kind of give people a lot of leeway, but I don't want to literally say like, well, you guys better sneak, otherwise the bad guys are going to hear you. I have to let make some kind of mistakes, whatever as it were. I try to blend it because it's like we're not actual superhero policemen in the future or the past. We're people who have 9 to 5 jobs. You don't always think of what your character would think of. So we'll take it back, essentially top of the order with the initiative roll of 40 is going to be our resident speedster, shooting star.
As it should be.
now, if I recall correctly, none of the bad guys came out of the car, not the one, but the green one that can't quite read it. The next guy is on further back.
Yeah, the blue suit. So yeah, you had kind of gone ahead, and you were kind of perched up above this door, so you kind of watch both of these doors. And you're right, no one has come out of the first class passenger car yet.
Okay.
I also have the train's name, the car's name numbered. So there's 10 cars overall. This is 8 out of 10. So you're starting at 10 and you're counting down to 1. So you can also use that as a quick reference for how far away you are from the end. And yeah, as I'm doing, you don't see anything.
Go ahead.
Anymore.
Is it possible for me to have blue suit hear me from where I am if I call out?
You could try. I'll make my own DC roll to see if it makes it through.
My perception's 1, Kurt.
Because he's focused on behind, so that's why he'd have to hear me.
Yeah, the blue suit. You had just made that like rocket jump, like little arc mid-air. Try to get some air and then shoot at the guy and then land in the position afterwards. So that's where he was at.
So I'm gonna holler out to see if I can get his attention. Maybe whistle.
Yeah, actually, blue suit, make a perception check, and I'll put it against my DC.
I'm going to make the call that it's not bolstered because it's sound, not visual. So normally my perception is bolstered because of my Alderbrilla, but I'm going to make the call that I'm not.
Mike, you're muted.
Yeah. This is what bothers me is and I'm muted, but it's not working, so I have it. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is I'm not going to bolster my perception because it's for the Alderbrilla, it's seeing only.
Yeah.
So I'm just letting you know that.
Yeah, do without the bolster. That makes sense. Have to get some like hearing amplifiers built.
Why did I roll the 20 now? I'm guessing I'm gonna hear. I'm just letting you know. But let me fire the other 20. You kidding me? Oh my god, another 20. When you don't need it.
The upside of dice exploding is you get these awesome rolls. The downside is when you blow all your luck on a pointless.
All right, I finally rolled a 1. So that's 44.
Okay, well, what I'll do is you definitely hear Schnuppa, but also when you hear him and you turn around to look, you get a really good shot. Like the air is nice and clean, and you can see exactly how far away the tunnel is. And it's actually looking like it's about 6 rounds away. So at least your points your high roll will be something. So if the other guys don't know, you would have to shout it to them. But you know you've got about 6 rounds until the tunnel comes up. And Eric, go ahead and speak to Blue Suit.
So
whatever.
basically, my idea was I'm going to signal him that I'm going to go down and we'll meet in the car he's on top of.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing this round is I'm going to climb down the ladder so that I can go in to car number 8. So I'm going to be observing car number 8 through the window as sneakily as I can.
Yeah, so I'm going to say, like, you know, as you're climbing down, I mean, figuring this is the window and the door,
Right.
I mean, you can look this way too. You know,
Yep.
even before
Oh, yeah.
you step up to here, I'll essentially give you a roll.
Yep.
Let's see. Let me take a look on my own and go ahead and give me a perception check.
All right. And I got to remember what my perception bonus is. I think it's a D6. Yes. Okay. All right. Wow, nice. 23.
Okay. You
Oh,
did
wait.
good.
Nope, that was a 6, so blowing all the good rolls. Oh,
No,
another
seriously.
6.
I'm
Come
not
on.
hitting anyone. But I really, really,
All
really
right.
heard shooting star.
So 31 actually.
All right. That's definitely a good roll.
Yeah.
So you know you're climbing down the ladder on this side. You're kind of peeking at whatever angles you can make it. This one, if you're looking, as I said, this is the one that's kind of like an airplane, where it's just
Right.
you know, a long aisle in the middle and then seats on either side. You can see straight down the aisle, and I mean towards the end you can see the heads of some people, but you don't make anyone out or any targets out at least. And then there's also these 2 bathrooms that are both closed. On this side, you can make out just at an angle because your perception is high enough. It's kind of a hard angle to see, but you know, from him just kind of pacing or moving around, you catch the back of like the butt of a rifle or shotgun, some sort of long gun. So you do see that there's someone right here, and here this is the rest of the roof. I'm just peeling back.
Yeah.
And you still have movement to go if you want to.
I'm not going to try to go in. I'll save that for next time. I'm hoping we can all, you know, at the beginning of next round, I'll go in.
Okay.
And that'll start off my round. But hopefully we'll be able to all go in pretty much at the same time and get him from both ends, is my idea.
Okay. And then we'll go to Blue Suit.
So all he told me was there's a tunnel coming? That's what he... oh, fucking hell. This is going to piss me off all night. So all he told me was that there's a tunnel coming?
No, you saw the tunnel coming. So as far as that, your last estimate when you called out, like, hey, tunnel, you know, about
Right.
60 seconds, you heard him, you spun around, and you just happened to get a good glance, you know, from the moonlight that happened to shine from behind a cloud or whatnot. You kind of like reacquired the distance of the tunnel, and you now know it's about 6 rounds away. To everyone else, it's like roughly 8 if they're not keeping track.
I'm sorry, I missed what Eric said to me, though.
Yeah, so he was up on the top of this train car.
Right.
He was basically telling you, you know, like, well, you've only got one guy left. Maybe these 2, you know, can take him out. He's telling you, hey, I'm planning to drop down and enter this passenger car and sweep it from the right. If you could drop down and sweep from the other side and kind of meet him in the middle, if you want to do like a pincer kind of thing, or at least letting you know where he's going. That's what he got across. And I just drew a line of sight in case you wanted to take a shot on him before you.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about the fact that I think Blitzman and Oliver may have it. Like, there's no point in me going extra, I guess. All right, I'm going to yeah, all right, I guess I'll drop down because I'll follow Eric's lead, so I'll drop down basically into the car. I'll keep actually I'll drop my mask. I'll hit the button to drop my mask and drop so I look more like a normal individual.
Okay.
I'll put my gun away, and I'll just be holding. Yeah, basically, I'll look like I want to basically like put the shield away if it was out. I can't remember if it was. Like I just want to look like a normal. I'll hold my flashlight, but nothing else. Like I'll put the gun away and everything, so I look like a suit.
Yeah, you're trying to pretend like you're a passenger walking from the sleeper car to the passenger car.
Right. So yeah, so the alder briller come up and the mask comes down, and I'll drop down whatever movement you want to give me for being able to do that, and
Sure.
that's the situation in there.
Yeah, and give me a perception check, just because the same as Eric for like checking the windows.
Watch me roll 60 on this one. Not bolstered again. That's more like it. 6. Wasted that 6. I'll take it.
All right, so as you're dropping down, this car, you can pretty much see into it. Well, I guess you don't really know where absolutely everybody is.
Sure.
These guys, these guys still on the roof, but
I see a wall.
This, you pretty much see the wall, and you can see it like a bit into the hallway. But this was the car where all the guys came flowing out and climbing up onto the roof. So you're guessing this is probably empty unless there were you guys left behind. Yep. And then this car, I pretty much just peeled back the roof. Like that's roughly as far as you can see. This would be like the first cabin.
So I can't move into the car, but I can.
Oh, you could. It's just this is all you see so far.
Sure.
So
I'd step in. I'd step in by one. Yeah. I just come in one and then do a peer around the corner down the hall, basically just as much as possible.
So you have 10 feet of movement left. If you want to, you see, you could definitely move here and then one other, or if you wanted to try, you could do like an agility check along with a perception check to try to peer without being spotted.
Yeah, just do like a quick pop over. I know the noise of me coming in there. All right, so agility is 2
Yeah, I mean the door is opening.
2s6.
But it's like there's a chance he could see you peering, or maybe he just heard the door, and then next round you could come walking around the corner like, la-di-da, going to use the bathroom. Actually, I think these guys have.
So agility first.
Sleeper cars do have that.
My agility check was 14.
Okay, and perception.
Perception. Not bolstered. 22. Oh, that explodes. $23.
Okay. You are successful at peering around the corner without getting spotted. You see 2 guys in the corridor, both with long guns of some kind, a rifle or a shotgun. They both appear to be pacing, kind of like you're looking through the windows of the various cabins. All the cabins have windows, the bathrooms not, obviously. And currently you can see they are both facing each other, so 17 is facing away from you. And they appear to be making eye contact as well as looking in the various cabins here.
Would I have would, based upon my, logically speaking, and I'm just asking this so just because I don't want to play meta, so logically speaking, would my character think that these guys have a description of us, having known that this girl knew to get us to look for her brother? Like, basically, like, these people know who we are based upon description. Would I take that logic into account?
Yeah. So, I mean, as far as this entire group, you're guessing like they weren't expecting you, and they wouldn't have communicated with you. It's not like the people in the back would have like, well, there's no radio. There is some inter-train communication on just a hard line. But your guess is that most of these red guys, they had been pretending to be passengers and the girl was, well, who looked like a girl, was meant to sweep through, catch any possibilities, and just careen them back towards the back. So if they were sitting in there, and if they were paying attention, and if they knew that the girl was the one that was helping them out, and they saw a bunch of you falling behind her, they might have been able to put it together, and they might have remembered what you were looking like. Or if they weren't on the same program, if these guys were just given one set of orders and they were given another, then maybe they don't. So it's possible, but not a hard definite.
Okay, I just want to assess my next turn, and I'll let the other guys do their turn. But my thought process is I just want to act casual. But the question by acting casual is if they're like, oh, I know this guy. Like, I guess
Exactly. So I mean, the classic D&D is intelligence check is kind of like the GM giving you a feel for it. It would make sense to give it a shot. Like
Okay.
you could go with the shot of like, I'm gonna bet they didn't notice. Maybe these guys were in one of these cabs and they didn't see us, or they weren't one guys we actually interviewed. But yeah, there is a chance that they'd be like, "Hey, wait a minute."
Okay, so it's a
And
gamble,
so
but a gamble I'm willing to take from a
yeah.
percentage.
And as I said, not only is 17 facing away from you, like he's looking at 18, he didn't appear to hear the door. So I mean, you like slid the door open, stepped through, slid the door closed, then you peeked out. If he'd heard the door, he probably would have been facing this way and moving this way. So you think he didn't hear the door miraculously. Translation: I rolled a 1 on his perception. He's a little hard of hearing in one of his ears. Let's see. So, I mean, that was your move. You still have a major action if you wanted to do something else, a bolster or one of your buffs, or getting an item ready or anything like
Um,
that. Like I think there's some buffs you have to use a major action to do.
yeah, well, yeah, it's one of those things where I'm just gonna basically hold it. My second major action, I guess I could no, I could move into the
You could
hallway.
attack in theory, yeah.
I could just.
I mean, a ranged attack at least.
Well, I don't want to attack. Well, trying to figure out like I'm trying to be casual, but I'm so basically what my second major action could be a move to continue to move, right? Like,
Well, actually, true. Yeah. So if you didn't want to attack and you wanted to try to play it smooth, either as a distraction or something else, you could just play that move out.
now remind me again, is the dining car up ahead or no?
Yeah. So there's
Yep.
2 dining cars.
Yep. So I'm gonna play it like I just need to get to the dining car. So I'm just gonna just sit there like and enter the hallway and try to move past both of these people.
Okay. So you essentially round the corner and you're just gonna be like, oh, excuse me, I'm just heading to the dining car. See, something like that. I guess just give me a deception check.
They have guns out though. That'd be kind of weird, huh?
They do, but if you're playing just the dumb guy, I mean, like maybe they're all supposed to pull guns and hold everyone, and maybe the guys in the sleeper car like are asleep and it didn't happen. So I mean, as much as you're trying to not wonder if they're going to guess, like they're probably looking at you, going like, "Oh shit, does this guy not know we're holding him accountable?"
Deception is garbage, just like the other one. No, not exploded. My die 4s are exploding. Another explosion. And another explosion. Die 4s are just.
That's why I like putting 1 point into almost every stat. It at least gives you that little die 4.
Oh my god, it exploded again. So stupid. Oh shit.
Let's see. Your perception.
Gonna go 40 the hard way. Oh my god! You would not believe. Why couldn't I get this during an attack? All right.
Someone check the stream. He's lying.
You can look at it right now. Go on Twitch. You can see it. They are all 4s. I'm at 30 now, Kurt. Do you want me to keep rolling?
Yeah, no, that's okay.
I'm gonna zoom in on Twitch so everyone can see, all the viewers can see all the fours. I almost kind of want to keep rolling to see how many more fours I can get. But yeah, so 30 is my roll.
Do it, do it, do it.
I think you multiply the percentages. I think it's
Another 4. I am not shitting you. What is going on? Is there
I
some
think
like RNG?
it-
Like, is my system just gonna crash because it's got the wrong? Holy crap! Okay, finally a 2.
so how many fours did you roll?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a 2. So with one die 4 to start. So a die 20 was 6. So I got 36 total as my roll.
Yeah, that's
That's a crazy freaking thing.
0.006% chance. Yeah, because it's like 25% chance times 20.25 and times 20.5.
That was crazy.
That was an insane roll. So I'm gonna say like 18, 17 looks at 18 and is like they're confused. They're wondering like, did the guys not show up in here? Like they're supposed to like kind of keep everyone under wraps and stuff, but you make just such a long, strung out story of bullshit. They're like, well, the guys in the next car can argue with them, or the guys in the dining car, like they don't even want to deal with you. They're like, please continue as you go, sir. I mean, if you put yourself in their, they're like sleeper agents, like stuck out. Now they're holding kind of everyone at gunpoint, but they're just assuming everything's going great in all the other cars. So if people just start wandering through, they're gonna be like, shit, something's going wrong. What do I do? So you went 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Right.
So you essentially keep on walking.
And right as I get in front of him, I'm gonna start patting my pockets. I want to mime like I forgot my wallet. So it not doing anything this turn, but I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
like that whole like starting it so that next turn when I turn around and beat this guy in the face, like.
I'll include that in the previous deception roll because it was so high. You're like, oh, thank you very much. Oh, did I? Oh, is that? Checking your pockets and stuff. Like you'd be reaching and actually pulling your gun out. Or something. But well, you're doing the Schlagstock, your extendable flashlight on.
What's
Okay.
interesting is that percentage would put you as a red zone for COVID. That's 6 out of 100,000. That's what that percentage is.
Well, stay indoors this weekend.
Oh, I'm glad I rolled it. That got it out of my got it out of the way, right?
It was a world-class bullshit story you just told to this terrorist dude. Let me do that. No, still. Vizio and its silly detection rules on if a new page is needed. And next we go to Lightning Man. Blitzman. We'll zoom in on.
All right, I'm gonna do a standard attack on number 15.
Okay.
And that is that's 22. And it's Bane Focus stunned if it's high enough.
It is not enough to have the Bane. Whoops. It's not enough to have the Bane on it. But it does do damage, and now he is bloody, so he's below a third now.
Okay. So then I'm going to turn to Oliver Ramos and say, let's keep moving. I'm going to teleport. Yes, he's already stunned. Thank you, Eric. Yes. I'm going to teleport 30 feet forward. No, toward the front of the train. Sorry. Now, this whole time I've been looking back at number 15, so I don't know where the rest of the guys went. I am hasted, so I'm going to do a double move. So I'm going to teleport another 30 feet forward toward the front of the train.
Okay. 30.
That's it. Since
No.
I'm just teleporting, it doesn't. I don't think it should make for a heavy landing. You know what I mean? It should
Yeah,
be-
no. Maybe other than the big crack of lightning, but oh yeah, I was going to say that's
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. I hope they didn't hear me. Meanwhile, 17 was like, "Holy crap! Is that a storm outside?"
I'm using the quiet
Yeah,
version.
you have mute on.
Got the silencer on.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm I'm keeping an eye. I'm like looking forward and like turning back at kind of doing both, um, and kind of giving Oliver Ramos the wave, and simply using logic. I'm assuming that we should try not to stomp too much to attract attention.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, if you're gonna move as not a non-teleport move, if you want to move with stealth, you essentially make an agility check, or you can to make it a difficult DC to be quiet, or you can move at half speed and make an agility check for a much easier DC for detection. I mean,
Okay.
that's just your general like stealth rules.
Okay, but I'm hasted, so I can do the double teleport, right?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
you're essentially using it as a move action.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
That's it. I'm done.
And Oliver Ramos.
Okay. I don't know if it was like the video gamer in me, but I actually wanted to like get everyone on the roof of all the trains and then just wait for the bridge to come. Like I was gonna do like a mass dominate and just tell them all to stand. Like that's what I wanted to
I
do.
was thinking of the what's the illusion one? What's it called?
Phantasm?
Phantasm. You do a phantasm of no tunnel, and
And
then
just let them wait.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, right?
Oliver Ramos is just going to run the entire length of the car, just boom, 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 getting them all on the roof.
Dude, I wanted it so bad. The second you told me there was people in every single car, I was like, it's what has to happen. That's what Kurt wants. I'm gonna tell.
Just,
It'd be so good though. I'm gonna tell. Let's dominate number 15, and then let's see if this works on him. I'm just gonna tell him to jump. At the very least, we'll go backwards, and maybe he'll catch on to the other car, but who knows? 17.
17
Against
versus
Resolve.
Resolve does make it.
And tell him to jump.
And you give him the command word jump, and he jumps straight up like it's like reverse limbo, like as though there's a bar coming, and he jumps. He really cranes and cranks his thighs to get his feet up off the ground, and then I'm going to roll an agility check just for when he lands. Oh no, garbage. Okay, so I don't want to play that. I'm going to say.
How does it
Yes.
work when he's stunned?
I think it's the only thing you can. No, well, it's on my turn, so no, he's still fine.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
just you can
I
only do
think
one.
that would come into play if you told him like run or attack.
Yeah.
If you gave him a command that would result in an action he must take during his turn, I would say I'd have to wait until his turn was up. But I don't know, just jumping straight up in the air and down, I'll say he could manage that. So he jumps straight up in the air. He comes down just unevenly on his feet. So he kind of falters back here, and he is now prone. Not really, yeah. Yeah, I'll pick. Let's see. That was a major action. Anything else?
I'm gonna move 30 feet to the right. Teleport.
Okay. And that's him. And it's not a persistent bane, so it's just a standard roll to resist. He does not. And that was his only turn. That was his only action. So he gets to do nothing. So we are in a new round. Alma Dieter's bolsters drop. But he's having a home inspection done right now, so he's definitely has an excuse not to be there.
Excuse me, Kurt.
Oh,
Kurt, on the dominate thing, does the action that the target take count as their action?
that's
No.
what that's what I just said. If he issues him a command that would result in an action that he must take on his turn, like moving, attacking, something like that, I would have to wait until his turn to play that actual out. But just jumping up in the air once, I counted as a minor enough.
Could
It would be like half of a 5-foot movement.
right, because stun says during the target's turn they're limited to either a single major action, a single action, or a single minor action.
Yep.
So doesn't that mean they can only do one of those three things?
I'm deeming him just jumping up in the air because he told him to. It's not going to take up a whole
Yeah,
action.
it's not a move.
On his turn.
Okay. Okay.
I
was just
mean,
just
also
for clarity.
because we played that before too. Like the last when he was telling people to go jump in the water. I mean, even that technically that would be like taking up some of their movement. We didn't play it that way. We're almost playing it like it's like it would be a double penalty for him to force this guy to do this thing and
he
also
can't do anything.
turns. Whereas, if he told him to like run at full speed and he ran 30 whole feet, all right, now I kind of have to count that as the guy's move. I couldn't have it moved back as a freebie, but like just jumping a foot up in the air, I'm not going to call it that way.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so he's all there. He's there. So I guess I don't need. Yeah, just Eric sees. There's the guy is still there off screen, but you're outside this door, so I'm guessing you don't really focus on that. Yeah, I took off all of the bolsters, so you should be back top of the order with Shooting Star, just outside of the door, and you're on mute. And same for you. If you want to be, I mean, opening the door, you kind of can't stop how it's going to sound and the noise from outside of the train. But if you want to move in stealth, you can just say like, I just want to do an agility check, and it'll be more difficult. Or you can say I'm going to move it half speed, and it'll be a much easier difficulty if you wanted to stealth. Otherwise, I'm guessing you're probably just going to run.
Yeah, I'm just going to move right in, not trying to be quiet at all. I just move in, move to the forward one, and then down one. And then I'm just going to shoot number 18.
Okay.
And miss miserably with an 8. And I'm going to take my second action to do it again, but at disadvantage 3.
Okay.
Oh, of course, I get 3 8s. So that's a total of 16.
Let's see.
Out of 5 8s, I got 3 8s. Incredible. So 16.
Yeah, no. So you miss him. It's like you kind of pop around the corner and you're taking those 2 shots like back to back, and it's that when the first one goes off, you didn't bring it down far enough, so it pretty much goes just over his head and hits the roof. And actually, nobody's up there, so you didn't shoot anyone in the foot. I was gonna say if Blitzman was like right about here, I might have rolled it just for fun.
Yep.
At least to have him go, what the hell? You shoot, it leaves a bullet hole, and then you see a little eye looking through the bullet hole, and you hear, "I'm your brother, for God's sake!" So 2 misses there. You do have more move if you want to.
Nope, that's it.
Okay. And blue suit.
Okay, remember to hit the right mute button so I don't look like that much of an idiot. I'm going to. So, can I get an attack on this guy, surprising him? I mean, I guess you have.
You can, and this round is essentially going to be a surprise. Both of these are going to be surprise attack surprise attacks. After your 2 attacks, I'll roll them into initiatives because they weren't expecting it. Eric, because they didn't see him until it was too late, and you because of your fabulous ability to spin bullshit, apparently.
Okay, I'm going to. This seems weird. What did I do? Where is that? Schlagstock. Knockdown. It doesn't knock down. All right, I'm going to basically going to turn around. I'm going to extend the Schlagstock, but I'm also going to extend my Unbound Door shield, so my shield extends, and I'm going to roll to do a disarm Bane with my shield, which is a disarm. So it's a power level 6. I'm not doing
yeah. So you essentially you're going to invoke the disarm Bane with
right. I'm trying to disarm because there are innocent passengers in here, as opposed to trying to gamble with doing a forceful attack with might and hopefully getting enough to do. So I'm just trying to disarm him, basically.
Yeah. And actually, I'll pull this off because you can see through the windows there.
So that is power level 6, 2.8. Okay, so let's hope the roll comes through on this one. No, not bad. Oh, man, talk about exploding dice tonight, huh? Okay. The total is 33.
That's definitely going to do it.
And so I'll just basically smash and then grab it and grab the rifle in my left hand. So I'll have my Schlagstock and shield out, but I'll basically it's like I like boom, pop it up in the air and grab it. And
at that power level, you
cool
essentially have control over it.
Yeah, I have control of it. That's why Disarm 6 was there. So yeah, so I basically look at him. I'm like, all right, and I'm like, basically, I'm like, stand down, dude. Like, I'm just gonna tell him flat out, you gotta stand down.
Okay.
Even though Eric didn't look so hot on his end, going like, ha ha.
He was distracting, so you could actually disarm him. Let's see. Before I do Lightning Man, I just have to take a look at something behind the cloak, as it were.
I'm a good distraction, I guess.
Okay. That's where I wanted it. And it is Lightning Man. So you're essentially on the roof. You did hear. You probably heard some gunshots below you, towards this end, and maybe some bumping and stuff, but not too much detail beyond that.
Oh, I heard gunshots.
Yeah, I'm guessing. If you're here in the roof and he was firing roughly in this direction, you'd probably hear some gunshots through the floor, well, the roof, your floor.
Okay.
One man's roof is another man's floor.
That's right.
I guess it makes sense.
Okay, I'm gonna move to the where the ladder is, back the way I came, to the left.
15. Okay.
And I'm gonna yell to Oliver Ramos, I heard shots in the car below. And I'm gonna zap number 15.
Okay. Yep, definitely under 100 feet.
Not great. 13 is my total.
Let's see. Actually, he's prone, so technically be a little bit harder. It'd be a disadvantage 1, but I mean that was a miss in any case. So you fire and the lightning kind of like careens over his head.
Okay, and I'm gonna use the rest of my turn, which is basically I have what did I move? 15.
Yeah, you have 15 left.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use the rest of my move and the other action to move so that I can get in and get around the corner, or go as far as I can, basically.
15. 5, 10, 15. So your second move from your haste would have gotten you to here with 15 more feet of movement if you wanted it.
No, I guess I'll stop there because obviously I didn't know what was going on down here because I was on the roof, and I'll say, I see that do I see the gun on the floor?
The blue suit actually has the gun, so you would see a melee struggle between blue suit and him. The gun, it does not look like the gun's in 17's possession. It's almost like fighting over it. His hands are kind of free.
Okay, so I'll just kind of stand there with my hands out and say, "Hold it right there," in a very authoritarian voice.
Okay. Just give me a presence check.
Sure. My presence, die 8. Nice. Come on. Oh, 7. 7.
He doesn't even look at you.
I guess I need to clear
he
my
heard
throat.
something. He's thinking maybe like you're outside of the bathroom, looking, and you're like, come on, hurry it up in there. And he's thinking, I've got. Oh yeah, WC is a Wasserklo or water closet, European restroom symbology or whatnot. Okay, that was Lightning Man and Oliver Ramos.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think fall is gonna work. I don't know how fall is gonna be interpreted. I don't think it's gonna work.
Roll over.
I was thinking roll, but then it's like he could just roll left.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that he automatically goes into the thing that would cause him to die. So I don't think
point.
I can't. No, it has to be a word.
Yeah, but I mean, what if you say roll?
No, I can't. Until level 9, where I can just go. I can just tell him to do whatever.
Yeah,
it's stuck there. If we have a squirrel or a bird, I can control them.
So the way I try to interpret it is, how would a person interpret that command, like on the spot? Like they're giving an order, they've just got to do it. That's why the one guy like jumped. It actually did result in him, because he was like hanging on the ladder, so he jumped off the ladder. With him, it's like, well, he would have jumped up. So I mean, if you wanted to say roll, I would just roll a 50-50 chance which way he would roll. So in theory, you have a 50-50 chance of taking him out.
It's one of two things. I can either dominate him, or I have to assume he's hanging on, right? Like he's prone and hanging on to something.
He's not really hanging on. He landed prone. He's just kind of like with his hands flat to like stabilize himself. Because he jumped, he landed, he lost his balance, he hit the deck, and I mean, how that you just kind of like put your arms and your legs out to just stop yourself moving.
Yeah.
Wait till your heart calms down and then figure out how you're going to stand up. But he's not literally like clamped on to anything. If something was going to physically sweep him off.
So I'm going to incapacitate him and hope that at the very least it's going to stop him from pestering us. At the most, he might, I don't know.
What's the it's still at level 5, right? So yeah, the effect can be broken by a moderate disruption, such as a firm shove, a kick, a glass of water, a loud bang, etc. I don't know, being on the top of a train car going at 60 miles per hour, I wouldn't say it would inherently wake him up, but there's a chance. You just have to get the right clunk or bump. Yeah, going back to the intelligence check, I think it would work. He would be out maybe for a couple of rounds, but just the background noise of being on top of a train car, you'd probably wake up at some point.
I was hoping like enough vibration would kind of like let him fall off the
Oh,
train.
oh, yeah. Well, that's true. That's true.
Since he's
too.
like now like lax and completely like not holding on to anything.
Yeah,
I
no,
was hoping
go,
you kinda like-
go for it. I'll definitely roll that out to see how that happens. Sometimes I like putting fun possibilities and then letting the dice pick among them.
That is gonna be enough. 14 plus 7 is 21. 21 plus 4 is 25.
That's definitely going to do it for his resolve. So he is stunned, he is prone, and
Incapacitated. Poor
is
guy.
incapacitated. This is incapacitated at power level 5. He's had no resist so far. And we will do that on his turn. And then what do you want for a move?
Yeah, I'll just teleport a little more to the right, but I'll stay on top of the train car.
So like just like a little bit to the right to here, or like
Yeah.
to the center.
Oh, sorry, no, I'll keep going my full 30 feet.
Oh, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll just shift you up one so they're easy to see them. But if you wanted to be a little bit down, you can.
No, it's fine. I'm fine right there.
And okay, now let me finish. Oh yeah, now I got to do 15. So he is unconscious, laying on the very rolled down edge of the train car as it jostles and shimmies. Let's see. It is his turn, so he does get an incapacity. He does get at the end of this turn, he gets to roll against his incapacity. I'm going to roll once to see if this is going to be harder to see if he just falls off on his own. If he doesn't, I'll roll it again for the entire round. That'll be a little bit easier in case he falls. But he will get to resist the incapacity in between. So just the straight up. I'm going to pull out my little art difficulty table here. And let's say. Well, I rolled a 1. So, yeah, he just rolls right off the side and is gone. I wasn't going to make that too difficult on him, but
I'm going to play the rest of this game in pacifist mode. I'm not going to kill anybody.
I know there's some games like Splinter Cell and Thief where you can kill guys or you can sneak past, and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
all of the fans are like, nope, you got to sneak 100%. Like, yeah, pacifist mode.
Guys, I'm done. No more lighting people on fire. No more putting thumbs into eye sockets. I'm just going to tell everyone to roll off of trains. All right. As long as we're on trains, we're all good.
Yeah, you're just you're trying to make up for what happened earlier. So it's at the end of these guys' turn, they roll initiative, but they're not going to roll initiative yet. Something else is going to happen. Yeah. Next does. Just put that in. Let's see. Blitzman, you can kind of see past these guys to make it out. Blue suit, you're really facing Monday, so you'd hear it, but you wouldn't really see it. Shooting Star, you definitely see it. From inside cabin 1, an elbow smashes through the window and clocks number 18 in the head. He takes damage and he is now stunned. And this is how
Passengers are fighting back.
Well, it's passenger 57.
Is that the one
passenger
from
57 is
9/11?
a black guy. He does look like Wesley Snipes.
Oh, now I got it.
And if he knocks this guy out, he will say, oh, he's been on black. It's only at power level 4. So for Eddie, it was the end of the turn, but passenger 57, like just elbowed number 18 in the head, smashing through the window. He is a black guy, and he does look like Wesley Snipes. I don't know if you've
Fair
seen
enough.
the movie Passenger 57.
Completely
I was
understandable.
numbering all the passengers. I got to 57. I'm like, well, obviously he's going to have to help. That's what Wesley Snipes would do. So he just got clocked and he is stunned and he did take a chunk of damage. He actually is injured now. He's below 2/3. And now I will roll both of them, these poor chaps, into initiative. They got a -6 each.
They never knew what hit them. And this is when we start rolling shit.
Actually, it is another group too, so I'm actually going to have everyone essentially re-roll initiative as these guys are rolling. This was Tuesday.
This is.
So we're re-rolling an ish.
Yeah, for as I'm rolling these guys into it,
Okay.
we're doing essentially a fresh initiative. I mean, we can take Oliver too, even though he's on the roof.
All right. I got a total of 18.
I only have a 5, my agility.
All right.
15. 1-5.
Okay.
12.
20 for Eddie.
25.
Did we lose Mike?
I hear him talking. I don't see any video, and I've got the little
Okay.
caution symbol on the
Yeah, me too.
Can you
Stop
hear
the
me?
video. Or...
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, I'm just not seeing any video.
Oh, my video is being stupid. Is it there now? No.
No, although earlier it had the little triangle caution symbol, which meant like the bandwidth problem or something like that. So.
That's stupid. All right. So it says it's on. It's fucking WebEx. All right. Either way, I rolled a 12.
12. Okay.
Why is this not working?
Okay, new round. It actually begins with number 18. Despite getting clocked and stunned, he rolled excellent on his initiative, so the pain really motivated him to get into the game. He tries to shake off the stun, which he does, really pissing off Wesley Snipes. And now he gets his that's his move. He does get his action. Oh, he's going to shoot. Oh, no, don't kill Wesley Snipes. Yeah, garbage roll. See, I knew you couldn't do it. So 18 shakes it off, turns to the window, and just blasts the shotgun glass. The pellets hit, and kind of glass goes everywhere, but I don't know. It's like most of the pellets, the buckshot, just catch the steel girder, and Wesley's okay. He swings out of the way because he's a nimble dude. He's not quite Blade, but he's still kicking ass. 21, that's his move and his action. That's it. We go to Oliver Ramos. So, I mean, same thing. You hear in commotion and a gunshot go off.
I mean, I can't see through anything, and I'm definitely not the shooty shoot guy. So I'm just gonna keep going right.
You do know the arrangement of the cabins, so you do know the hallways here. You could teleport into one of the cabins, or so if not somewhere in the hallway.
Sure.
And if you're worried about bumping into people, you could also teleport just like 5 feet, like directly below the roof, and then just fall the last 5 feet. Because say it's a bench and there's 4 people sitting there. If you port in the middle, you wouldn't be inside of something and get shunted off. Although I guess it is a little bit of a guess, like cabin to cabin, where you
Yeah. No, I think the people who can actually take care of this are already in there right now. So I'm just gonna keep going right.
Okay.
I'll do a double move to the right.
35, 15, 20, 25. You're at the end with 5 left.
Well, the 5 left of my double move or just one?
Of the double move.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just stay there.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, of the
Yeah.
double move. Okay. And,
Does he see the tunnel coming?
you can make a perception check. I mean, you are facing in that direction. Because technically, you had known a few rounds ago it was probably about 8 rounds.
12.
Blue suit's the only one. So you can make out that the tunnel is coming, but not here quite yet. You've got a little bit of time, although not too much. Like if you wanted to just spend the rest of your thing like running along the roof all the way to the actual locomotive, you
I'm
probably
tempted.
wouldn't make it there in time.
I'm very tempted.
But yeah, you see Eddie the Madman. Everyone's fighting in the last cabin. He runs all the way up to the locomotive, unhooks the car. You all drift to the thing, and then him and the end locomotive just sail on towards Breslau. Yeah, that's Shooting Star.
All right. I will make another attack on 18. All right. That's a little better. 22.
22 hits.
All right.
And you do damage. This is still. He is still injured, but not quite bloodied yet.
All right. I will attempt a second shot at disadvantage 3.
And I just turned annotation on if anyone wants to draw on the screen.
Yeah, no, I totally missed with a 10.
Okay, so you hit him on
Disadvantage
the
sucks.
winged him in the shoulder. The first one, the second shot goes through the roof, and Oliver Ramos looks back and sees another hole punched through the roof about 30 feet behind him, and he's thinking, "I'm glad I did a double move, not just a single."
And I'm just maintaining. I'm not moving anywhere, and I'm maintaining my 2 buffs.
Okay. And Lightning Man.
I don't know. Just as a quick aside, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but paper products are once again becoming very scarce. So, if you don't have a stash, you
Stock
might
up.
wanna
Already
stock
picked it up, baby.
Stupidity of
Yeah.
man. It's like weird because it's the toilet paper, and then the toilet paper came back, and then it was paper towels. You couldn't get a goddamn paper towel to save your life. I'm like, okay, so it's like they're at the factory. They're like, all right, start on paper towels. And they're like, okay, we have to switch over. I'm like, you can't do both? Like, you kidding me?
Yeah. My wife said that she was at the grocery store and the spot for Bounty napkins is not even there anymore. It's just not even there. This is kind of weird. Okay, so 17 is still struggling with Blue Suit. Is that correct?
Yep. Neither of their turns have come up, which is why it's a whole nother round and they're still not moving.
Excellent. I will Zapify number 17 full on attack. Yeah, baby.
Meaning
Give me
damaging attack.
Yes, a full,
That's why
that's what
I
I meant.
usually
Yeah.
take the Lars combo platter number 1 with a side of
Yeah. Exactly. Well, 20,
Yeah. Cisco can't figure out their shit. I'm sorry.
24. 24.
You do hit him for damage. It is not enough to have the Bane thrown on, but he does take a hit.
Okay, so
And
gonna zap him a second time.
He's still above 2/3.
It's at a disadvantage 3. Is that correct? The second
Yes.
attack. Okay, doing that. Let's see, disadvantage 3. 16.
16 does not hit, so yeah, it's like the lightning like grounds out to the piece of metal just in front of him and doesn't seem to quite get
Okay, and I yell, "Stand down!"
it. Okay, well, you make another presence check.
Okay, presence. Come on, baby. Oh, what the hell? My presence is cursed, Kurt. 9. I got a 9.
That's not quite as bad as before, but it's
As in presence? 9. Okay, done.
crap. What's the guy that does all the self-help speeches and stuff? The big tall guy with the deep voice. You don't have that charisma or gravitas, do you? You'll have to do an attribute substitution, like energy to presence. So you're just this big, like, glowing guy with like glowing lightning eyes that people are like, oh. Let's see. That is so it's 17. Okay, he pulled his gun out of his hand. He draws a knife off of his belt and swings at the blue suit. Let's see. In blue suit, what's your guard for precise? I have 19. Or are you? I did have you at a plus guard precise, but I don't know if that was from the shield or from your jacket.
No,
your jacket's armor
yeah,
wise.
so my resistance only adds into my only adds in when I have to add it in. It doesn't automatically add it in. I have armor. It is medium armor, so there's that. But
So basically your guard's just 19.
in order for me to do resist, I have to. Well, I'm always resisting forceful attacks with my suit. My shield, I have to say I'm resisting like a precise damage, like I'm trying to like block bullets or whatever. So 19. Long story short, 19.
19. Okay. You take 4 points of damage from his swing of his knife. So it's like he pulls out in one action, just swings it straight across. So it's like your suit jacket was open, just caught like right in the middle, like nicked your tie and give you a gouge. Well, not a gouge, a cut. he ruined your nice shirt.
Yeah.
And 17, 18 or actually, it's your turn to retaliate. Blue suit.
Yeah, I'm gonna extend my staff and I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
Now I should roll well, please.
Lars could see as far as that. Blue suit.
Oh my god! 8. Way to roll a fucking 1. Are you kidding me? I do great when I'm perceiving things or when I'm trying to deceive people, but when I want to hit them, fuck that.
You gotta like redesign your Alderbrilla to like shoot lasers, and then you'll
Seriously.
do awesome.
I miss, but I will drop my Alderbrilla and bring up my mask as minor actions.
Okay. And back top of the order with number 18. 1, 2, or 3. Uh, 18 turns to the right with his shotgun and takes a shot at Stern Schnuckle. This is agility. And he shanks it, just firing. Yeah, he swings too far to the right, and just like most of the pellets end up impacting on the wall just to your left. That's a miss. And he 5, 10, 15. Just moves 15 feet backwards. And Oliver Ramos.
There's no windows on top of these cars, right?
On top of no. I think maybe the dining car would have like a couple of panels, but you could actually see down through this door to see enough, here that like there's the hallway that's open.
Sure. Let me
the ladder. Well, you can teleport underneath the ladder.
Yeah. There's no one standing right there then, right?
Yeah, not as far as from where you are here. It doesn't look like there's anyone standing here.
I'll go invisible with my major, and then I'll use a move action to teleport to that square right there.
Okay. Invisible 6. And sorry, I don't know if I missed the annotation or where you marked it. Where are you going to move to?
Just right in that square right there.
Oh, right to this spot.
Mhm.
Okay. And now, so roll perception. Obviously, they're going to be on the screen, but we'll see.
That's all. 16.
16. That's enough. So, like I said, you've got the two bathroom doors on either side. Let me see if I should have something to indicate if they're occupied. This one says occupied. Long hallway, seats on either side, some facing in different directions. You can make out, essentially just the people in these spots. But from the edges of it, from the way they're standing, the way they're carrying themselves, or maybe you're seeing signs of weapon, you do make out these two guys, sitting. They're kind of half sitting, half standing. And you also make out these two guys at the other end who are also kind of standing in their seats. So they're like a little bit higher up.
Okay.
So you do spot them. And then, let's see, I'm going to do. Actually, I have invisible up. How does it work? So advantage 5 to hide.
Yeah, if I'm hiding. I don't know if you'd count this as hiding.
I would say I do because you're kind of you turned invisible on purpose so that what you could appear, check out the scene, and then act. So you're not moving yet, so it's not like a move or something like that. So yeah, just roll. Do a roll for hide.
All right.
I have to remember too that if they cannot see you, their guard is -4 against your attack.
No, I forgot it too. Don't worry about it.
Although I don't know, most of the cases you're doing a dominate or something anyway.
Yeah.
So that doesn't come into play. So these
Okay,
check
that's probably gonna do it.
perception. God, you guys love my rolls.
Yeah. We're pulling a mic here right now.
Yeah.
Okay, we stopped.
I don't want to steal. I mean, go.
31.
What was that?
31.
31. Okay. They do not seem to be paying attention, or they just do not see you. But you appear where you are. You're still standing. You're in your ready position. But no one in the cabin makes any kind of movement or furtive gesture or anything that would suggest that you think they saw you. So you're not only invisible, you are hidden. It's
cool.
And but yeah, that was your move and your attack, or your major and your move. Yeah. Oliver Ramos, shooting star.
Let's see if I can finally take this guy out. Taking a shot. That's a good sign. All right. 29
This is number 18.
to 18, yeah.
Oops. And he goes down.
All right.
So shot, he just like keels over and falls flat. It would have been enough to invoke a free Bane, but then I started doing the math. I'm like, no, he's just gone. So passenger 57 set him up and you knocked him down.
Yeah, I'll shout out. We're the police. Stay in your cabins for your safety.
Passenger 57 just pops his head out, says, "Always been on black," and goes back on.
I'm gonna, since Blitzman and Blue Suit seem to be taking it into their hands, I'm going to look through the door down into the next car as best I can.
Okay.
So I will roll my perception. And I got a whole 11.
Let's see. So as you're looking down the aisle, you can see there's nobody in the aisle proper. You can see the door at the other end. You can see, shoulders of people, shifting in their chairs and
Yeah.
stuff. But it is enough to make out the signature wavy wobble of Oliver Ramos. So,
Okay.
or somebody who's invisible, but given
Right,
your
right.
proximity to your buddy, you're guessing he's standing somewhere around here.
Uh-huh. All right. I am going to take the rest of my move since I'm still hasted, and I'm going to step out into the open area between.
Okay.
And that's as far as I'm going to go. I'll step out and then a little bit to the right, down rather, I should say, as if I'm going to go up the ladder.
Okay.
So I'm holding onto the rungs of the ladder.
Yeah.
My thinking is I want to, I'm not going up, but I was thinking I'd see how close we are to the tunnel. And my internal clock is saying we're almost there, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. And who knows, if you peek and you see, you might be able to make a dashboard or something.
There's users in
Right.
chat.
Yeah, between the train, you pretty much have that 5-foot spot at the platform. On either side, there's kind of like a little chain slung across, just enough to stop one from stepping off. But
You have to
if you're
actually-
stepping up on the ladder, it's easy enough to just step over the
like you
chain,
don't
so it's not too much.
you can have it minimized.
Okay.
It's like a 5
But
foot a movement or 10 foot to get up on top
Sure.
of the train car.
right,
Okay,
that's
that's Shooting
it.
Star, and back to Blitzman.
my stupid camera stopped working.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, my guys.
Sorry, I got a work escalation that I was looking at real quick.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah. So number 17 still being troublesome. Hey.
He was disarmed, but he drew a knife and slashed at Blue Suit, and it looked like it connected.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna attack. Do a damaging attack.
Okay.
Attempt to do a damaging attack. 9, 10, 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay. Going to go for the second attack with disadvantage. Oh, there goes an 8. Son of a gun. An 8 and 2 7s. There goes, yeah. 22.
22 hits. It's not enough to do a bane, but it does do damage. And he is injured now. He's below 2/3.
All right.
I might as well pull these others off. So you can see everywhere you have them.
I get it.
So he is still injured. He is injured. Lightning Man. And it's back to 17. He's just going to take another swing at Blue Suit with his knife. Having not been sufficiently warned off by the authoritative shoutings. And he slashes Blue Suit for another 3 points of damage.
Dick.
I actually got a couple really good rolls. It would be the Monday that does you in of all the days.
Yeah.
And Blue Suit, then your turn.
I'm just gonna try and smack him again. Yeah. Oh, I get to explode one die. Don't know if it'll help though. We'll see. That die 6 is. Ah, the 6s are gonna start exploding like the 4s. I'll take it though. Yet another 6. Okay, so this is weird. It's all been recorded. I have witnesses.
I think everyone's going to start using that to roll their dice going forward.
Dice cannon. So far, I'm at 27. And I got another die 6 to roll. There's the 1. All right, so 28 is the final roll. I rolled 666, number of the beast, on the way. And if it's over 5 past his agility versus, it's he'll be knocked down if it's 5 over.
It is. So you hit him for 8 points of damage, and you knock him down.
And I tell him to stand down. Like the first time I whiffed, and it's like, no, I said stand down because he stabbed me twice, and I'm like, God damn it! Like I want to put up with that shit, you know.
Let's see. And he is bloodied. Let's see. Well, he's essentially seems to still be struggling, so it would go to another round. So we'll go back to the top with Oliver Ramos.
That bastard.
Okay, so no one's seen me yet. Do 19, 20, or the other two in the back look like suspicious? Like, can I hear the noises back there?
Whatever fighting is going on in the previous train car, you can't hear it.
Okay, good.
And as far as the threats in this one, they seem to be standing where they are. They have weapons. They seem to be ready to fight, but none of them are taking action of any kind.
Okay. Can we smoke in the car?
This is 1934. I think
So,
they
yeah.
kick you out if you're not smoking in the smoking
Cool.
car.
I'm gonna take a cigarette out, and then I'm gonna drop my invisible.
Okay.
And then start kind of like Mike was doing with his wallet. I'm gonna start pretending that I don't have a lighter on me. And then I'll just kind of go like towards like past 19 and 20, and like with a cigarette in my mouth, going light, and like just kind of go through without hopefully pissing anyone off.
So I mean, you're going to do like pretending you need a light and just continue walking forward until someone stops you or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just make a deception check.
Good boy. Is it deception if I don't actually have a lighter on me? Do I have a lighter on me?
I guess it's not so much lying about the fact that you don't have a lighter. It's trying to act it up as though you're not a eye gouging police officer.
This is gonna be bad, y'all. As good as I am at talking, I'm not good at lying. 11.
Okay, yeah, so not great. Difficulties.
So not have to change next level.
So it's enough that your average person or dum-dum might not suspect anything. 5, 10, 15. So I'll say you get to about here when 19 was like get back in your car. He basically just says like, hey, get back in your car. He's not aiming his gun at you or anything, but it's like he's issuing you an order.
Okay, I'll charm him.
Okay. Actually, the other thing you could have done is just said it in Spanish. I guess. I guess that's kind of deception. Even though you succeed it, it's literally saying it.
It's not great. That's gonna be a I can't count now. 12.
12.
I like how I rolled 2 extra dice and still got 1 above what I got before.
That is still enough.
Yes! God.
Anything that's versus resolve, that's what people always have the lowest. So this is charmed at power level 6. Yeah, so major charm, the platonic or romantic.
Yeah, platonic.
Come on, go romantic.
I just reading it
Have
off.
some fun.
One of them will be romantic eventually. But
That'd be funny.
6 or 0.
They're like Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd, you know?
Oh, wait, you're not charmed.
So yeah, once he comes up, I'll start like going like, I'm so sorry. I can't find the light. I had the light there in the last car and I can't find it. I went over there to get a meal and I lost it.
So I mean, they're all kind of paying attention to each other, at least in their pairs. He didn't really say anything. Whereas he's like, hey, get back in your car. You're doing your I'm looking for a light thing. He issues the order. You charm him, and he's like, oh, it's you. Oh no, I'm sorry. He's like, Fritzy, you got a hast du Feuer? And he, like 20 starts patting himself down. He's kind of confused, but I mean, he's going by not number, 19. It's like that's his squad mate. So he's like, all right. So he's kind of patting himself down. And number 67 he's kind of an older guy, and I don't know if he's just really brave or really stupid or just really hilarious. But he's like, I have a light, and he holds up a little box of matches.
Yeah, is there enough room for me to sit next to him?
Let's see. Yeah. So
Even cramped.
Again, with drawing it, really, this is roughly like 2 seats worth. So yeah, I can put you guys like half on, and you're like sitting in the chair next to him.
Okay. And then, well, I can't do anything else after this, so I'll just stay where I am right now and just kind of start smoking. I'll offer 67 a cigarette too.
He again, he's a little disoriented by this whole thing, but he's like, sure, yeah, I'd love to. He's kind of intrigued about how you look. He's like, oh, what comes to hair? Like, hey, where are you from, buddy?
Oh, sure, I'll start talking to him.
Okay. So yeah, he hands you the book of matches. You hand him the little box of matches. You hand him next to one of your cigarettes. Do you have any? Does Oliver Ramos have any preference in brands? I don't know what all the brands were back in the day, or if there's any local.
He's definitely smoking whatever that red-handed cigarette is.
What the handle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't have the. Yeah, the lung torpedoes.
Yeah, he's definitely been intrigued by it ever since he saw.
Your character totally reminds me of freaking Constantine, man.
I was going for Constantine.
Yeah, I've been so Audible did Sandman. They produced this whole basically the first.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember how many books, but it came up on Audible, and I was like, oh, and they actually have actors doing all the voices, and and the guy they have doing Constantine was really, really spot on.
This is good.
That's a good series. If you guys have Audible or you have Audible points or whatever, get the Sandman. It's awesome. It's a great listen.
Yeah, definitely.
He is an awesome character. Yeah, Wolfhandel. The hardcore cigarettes, the Marlboro Reds of Okay, that guy is still charmed. That's Oliver Ramos in his move.
Eric, you look. Because you're standing up and I can't see your hand. All I see is this. You can't see me, but all I see is.
Yeah, I'm doing this.
But I saw it. It's below the camera, and I'm like, okay. Did we go to the next level here?
No.
Sorry, it's funny to me.
Better?
No, I thought it was hilarious. It's just, my mind went there.
I just hate the fact that the camera is way down here
instead
of up top.
That is annoying.
It's just stupid.
It is dumb.
It's such a low angle.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, let me add these guys in. But anyway, Shooting Star, you're up.
All right, so I am going to climb the ladder so that my head is just peeking over the top. And I don't know how far away we are from the tunnel, but I look to see how far we are.
Okay, just make a perception check. Difficulty now is not so hard to get closer.
Yeah, I got a 21.
Yep, no problem. Saturday, Sunday. And you can see so you're essentially like on the ladder, just peeking up over the top. You see it coming in the distance, and you're guessing it's about 3 rounds away, or this is what 36 seconds.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the top of the car, and I'm gonna use my speed, but I'm gonna do it in a slow way. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go quietly as I can, and go as far as I can, doing it quietly. My move right now is 55 for a normal move.
Yeah, and you could essentially do a triple move with your haste.
Yeah.
So you could basically move 55 times 3, 165 divided by 2. You could move 82 feet at like easy stealth.
Okay.
Just count
so
it out.
What I want to do is I want to get to the next car and climb down the ladder.
Okay. So it's really to get up on top. It's like 5 to get up to here. Oh yeah, you're already up at 5.
Yeah.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. So actually, of the stealth, you would have run out, like right around here at 80.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll stop there. Well, in the center though, instead of on the curved edge.
Yeah. So you could make it as far as here being completely
Stealthy.
quiet. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I want to do.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna grant it. Just take a legend point. I just love the idea. Like I'm picturing this in my head. He's popping his head up. There is a tunnel coming at you in like 30 seconds, and you're like, "I got this!" And like super speed, flash running, like doing the padded, soft, like stealth run, where so you are hampering your own speed. You're running slow on purpose, and there's a tunnel like literally coming up on you, and you're already at the end. You got a whole. I mean, you got 3 rounds, but when things are down to like 30 seconds, this is like this is like Indiana Jones when he rolls under the door, and the stone's about to come down. He reaches through and grabs his hat at the last second. It's just that daring. Like I could die from this, but fuck it, I'm a hero. Let's roll. Let's see. That was Shooting Star and Lightning Man. Oh, we're sprawled across 2. I'm gonna put 17 out of his misery. He's fighting to the bitter end.
Yes. I'm gonna attempt to put him out of both of our misery.
Do it, Lars.
18.
18 does not do it.
Come on, man.
Causing issues every fucking time.
Let's try this again, but with more dice.
Stupid.
Oh, so many good rolls and some really shitty rolls. I'm giving up the 7, 8, and 6 for the 3, 6, and 6. 15. So another miss.
So it's another miss, but this is one of those where we're going misses back and forth. So we're gonna throw Banes to turn it up. So pick an energy-based Bane that could apply, and we'll apply it to him. Yeah, this is like
Stunned, since
Okay.
that's my go-to.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
So he's stunned on the ground. He's stunned and knocked down, huh?
Oh yeah, and I forgot he was
Unless you want to go with blinded.
Well, I would do stun. I mean, that's what I don't want to Monday morning quarterback each Bane we pick, but I was just gonna say it actually would have been disadvantage 4 because he was prone, so he was
Oh, yeah.
harder to hit on the ground. But I mean,
Forget
this
about
is
it.
one he's what 15 feet in front of you, and you're just like throwing lightning bolts at him. Something is going to connect. So he gets a stunned, and you. I can't disarm you. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like you make that like arc finally between you push it through, but it like feeds back, and you're kind of both stunned from it.
All right.
So you're able to knock him down. Stunned is a pretty heavy one, but you kind of get stunned in the process yourself. And wait, I guess I'm not really gonna move. Well, let's say it's his turn, so he's gonna. Oh, he's in bad shape. But he's defiant until the end. He's saying, yelling, "Empire, I will be reckoned. You will reckon me. I will be reckoned." And I blow it. Well, it did it. It worked. I blew a 20 on resisting his damn stunned. He does get to do his action now. Oh, he can't. He can't melee attack from prone. So
He can't, or it's a disadvantage.
is it just disadvantage?
Check. Well, let me check prone. Actually, I got it right here. Got it on the system. Hold on.
I always have the prone rules. Like I can never
Knockdown. Let's see. Knockdown Bane.
I think that's it. It's under the
Prone
knockdown.
targets have disadvantage 1 on all attacks they make. Melee and area attacks against prone characters gain advantage 1. Projectile attacks suffer disadvantage 1. So it's only disadvantage 1. Yeah, so
just disadvantage 1.
you stand up from prone, you could expend your move action and move half your speed. So
yeah, he used his one move action to resist the stun, so he only has 1 left. So he could stand up and do nothing, or he could try to do
he can disadvantage
attack
1
from-
slash me like an asshole.
yeah, which is he's gonna do. This is just like the spiteful attacks at the end. And the disarm just means his rifle. Okay, so with disadvantage 1. It's still close. He does miss, but he swings kind of high, like almost coming up on your thigh. You just kind of scoot back, and he almost takes out your femoral artery there with his wild and desperate swings. But does miss, and then it's the blue suit.
So as professional as I am, I'm really pissed off. Like I'm just annoyed as shit because this guy has slashed me twice. So
and you told him twice to stand down.
Yeah, exactly. Now, so I can't remember how coup de grace. So basically, I just want to knock him out. Like, so do I just do a damaging attack to take him down, or can I use my full round action standing right over him as he's prone? Well, he's not stunned anymore, so never mind.
Well, it's not stunned; it's incapacitated.
Okay. Yep. All right. So
that's the one where you can do the finishing blow.
I am going to.
You do have advantage, and if you want to do a full round action, it would be an advantage 2.
Right. I'm advantage 2, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a focused action to just beam this guy off the head with my staff.
Yeah.
So advantage 2 is that, and take the best 2. Load the cannon.
Yep.
Here we go.
You need sound effects for when it goes off.
Yeah, they can hear it on the stream, but okay. So 13. Hold on. This one. Where is? No. Stupid thing. It's a 4. And where did? Oh, it's over here. 13. So 6 will be re-rolled. So I do get a explosion. Hoping this is just gonna take him down. 4. Okay. 27.
27 does it. You click him on the head, and he just goes out.
I may have put a little bit of extra elbow grease into that because of how pissed I am that he slashed me. And I just want to, and then I know it's the full round action stuff, but I think Lars and I want to take these guys and we just look at the passengers and go, like, we'll make sure they're, cuffed or whatever, but put them in, one of the rooms and tell the passengers, we need these guys to kind of stay. We can't have them out in the hallway because we're trying to make sure that these guys are bad people. We're the cops. Show them the the bad thing. If you don't want to be in the room with them, that's cool. But let's put them in one of these rooms and lock it, basically.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes steps out, and he's saying he's a cop from in Morocco on a trip, and he'd be more than happy to babysit these two thugs.
Put him in the water closet.
Well, this way you can have them tied up and hold a gun on them or something to make sure they're not moving. Let's see.
So because
that is Monday.
so because of that, Kurt. Damn it! Is it unmuted?
I can hear you.
It says to unmute, so now I can't tell if you can hear me or not. Lovely.
What if you like disconnect, reconnect from the thing?
Yeah, it's doing the whole thing because the whole system has I got like 12 different inputs. It's okay. You can hear me now. I can see it. It updated. It was just slow. I'll make sure that he gets those guns that we took from these guys so that he can and all the weapons basically. If he shows his credentials, I'll figure he's good for it and make sure that he has their weapons basically and tell everyone else to keep low and keep inside their cabins for now.
You make a perception check for number 57, and he does have the relevant paperwork, and you do believe he is a essentially off-duty cop from another completely different jurisdiction. But
yeah, but basically I can trust him is what you're saying, and I'll make sure everyone else
and I mean you saw him almost take out 17 on his own. So.
And I just want to make sure all the passengers understand. Stay in your car, stay in your rooms. We're taking care of this. There's more of these people. Don't worry, it's under control.
Okay. Let's see. Blue suit. Okay, that was at the end. And we'll go back to. So I'm going to keep you in initiative order just for taking your actions. But once combat, besides a charm, once an actual fight kicks off with these, then we'll roll a fresh initiative there. But for now, we'll just go initiative order. So we're back to Oliver Ramos. And you're chilling out in your seat, having a conversation. And passenger 67, he seems like a relatively interesting guy. I mean, even for you, he's had a pretty checkered and interesting life with some dark spots on it. He's being surprisingly honest with you. It's almost like he's like, I'm going to die in a couple years. So, yeah, I cheated on my wife way back in the day and it absolutely destroyed me. And as much as she divorced me, it was more of a punishment for me. He's like actually kind of pouring his life out. And it's actually not uninteresting. It's like, wow, this guy's been through some strange shit.
Any mention of any killing people or fighting people on a regular basis, or any anger he wants to get out right now?
No, it was more. I guess if it's like what his sin is, it's selfishness. His own being his free will, being a slave to his own wants and desires, and how he's realized he's created his own hell on earth as a result of that. He made the selfish mistake of cheating on his wife because he just wanted to sleep with his hot secretary, but she divorced him and he lost access to his kids, and now he's alone the rest of his life. Like he's living his hell after all that. Like this is the very revelations he's making about isn't interesting. The stupid shit that you do ends up, owning you in the end in a way.
So he's suicidal.
But it's just selfishness. There's been no anything like beyond murder and all that. And the fact that he's actually being honest about this stuff, which you wouldn't normally talk to strangers, you don't think your perception that he's lying.
But not suicidal.
No.
Damn.
Well, I guess for him, he's probably in his late 60s. He's figuring if he's lucky, he's got a couple more years. So, there's no need to off yourself when you're just going to die in a couple years anyways.
Yeah, but why not go out with a bang? Let's see.
Look, here's this grenade, okay?
Yeah. Just walk over there.
You want to go to the dining cabin, pull the pin. You'll be doing us all a big favor.
Oh crap. So how far is
Oh yeah, we started.
I'm blanking on Eric's name.
Schnuppe. But it's hard with
Star.
the German shooting. You always say
Star.
shooting star. When I'm doing the labels, I'm trying to switch it between the English and the German on different nights. We get to use both.
Am
but-
I 50 feet in range by any chance?
Of him or
Yeah, just
car.
barely.
yeah, you'd have to be here.
Can't do that. Okay. I was gonna try and devise a plan through telepathy for the first time ever, but you're a little
Well,
too far.
you can try teleporting to this seat.
No, I don't want to.
Well, yeah, that may look strange.
Oh, crap.
Sorry.
I'm actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hold my turn until shit pops off. It's probably the best thing I can do right now. So I'm just gonna hold. I'm just gonna wait.
All right. And then shooting star. What do you want to do? Yeah, and you just again still on top of the cab here.
So
Insane movement.
I'm gonna continue to move to the ladder ahead of me quietly.
5, 10, 15, 20,
And then I'm gonna climb down the ladder.
25, 30, 35. So you've used 35 to get to here. Also, just make a perception check to see what you can make up from looking in and climbing down and peering through the windows.
12.
Okay, and also give me an agility check just for the stealth of like climbing down the ladder and onto the little platform here. The DC is not going to be difficult because you're using your half movement.
24.
Okay. So you make it down the ladder and onto the platform. You're not quite prone, but you're kind of crouched and peering through the window. You did notice number 21, but you did not notice number 22.
Okay. I'm going to, instead of using my pistol, I'm going to use my sap. I'm going to open the door and whack number 21.
Okay.
$18 was the total.
18 on 21 hits. You hit him for 3 points of damage.
All right. So I smack him. Do I now notice 22, or since I'm inside the car?
Yeah, well, I was going
Really?
to say, I didn't know if you were trying to, like, you open the door and you kind of swing at him, but you're still just outside the door, or you're actually stepping inside to
I'm stepping inside.
Okay.
I'm not actually going to take a second action. I'm just stepping inside and making one swipe at him.
Let's see.
Just a heads up, I'm gonna restart my WebEx. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yep.
13.
I heard teen, so that'll do it. So
13, yep.
the stunned is now off. You still use that move action, but you have the rest of your actions left.
Okay, so I'm going to use my action to reapply haste, and that's all I can do. So, right? Because haste is a action, a full action, whatever, like an action.
Major action.
Yes, that's the word.
Well, I guess I was just wondering if it would have dropped necessarily because it would have dropped on.
It would have, because I couldn't sustain it and resist, right?
But your last turn you spent the minor action to sustain it. It is now your new turn. You are now stunned at the beginning of your turn, which means you only get because when you're stunned at the beginning, you get that one resist, and if you succeed, you get all of your moves back. So it hasn't come up to your new minor to sustain it. If you'd ended the turn still stunned, then it would have dropped.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
check me if I'm wrong, but it's like the stun doesn't immediately take effect. It's only until once you have a minor action come up to sustain it and you're unable to take it, that's the moment it drops.
Okay.
So
Kurt,
you can essentially do a double move. If you want.
I'm just gonna move toward the front of the train.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I can't. Not doing very well multitasking here. I'm trying to fix a circuit real quick.
Oh no worries. I was thinking you would want to move into the combat, and I think you could do a double move. So that's it for Lightning Man, and then Blue Suit, and I can see you okay. So it seemed like reconnecting.
I had to use the integrated one on the laptop because it's stupid. Put this over here now. It's what's happening is I've got two web cameras plugged into the laptop. If I bring up the streaming the Open Labs Studio, it basically takes control of the camera even though it's not using it. Well, other applications have no problem with it. WebEx is like, oh, it's used by something else. I can't use it. It's like, come on, man. Like, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So, Blitzman's there.
Yeah, he just went whipping past. Yeah.
So he's here. These guys are here. All right. And the tunnel is coming. 40, 45, 50. I guess I'll just move straight up.
Actually, yeah, no, it is.
I don't know what an action is. If it's a minor action to open a door, but basically I'm just trying to move to the next car. And at the same time, I will put my flashlight down to take my staff down to a flashlight, and I'll basically do the same thing. I'm a normal person. Do I heal or no? Or I'm still damaged, right?
You're still injured. Yeah, you essentially need like 15 minutes outside of combat to come back up to full.
Gotcha.
So we're kind of in a persistent run, and I mean, and actually that would be a thing to consider. You don't have to immediately go into the next combat if you want to hold off. You do have hours still until you get to Breslau if you wanted to take a breather.
So I'll stop there then.
You this is as far as you go. Just make a perception check because you are able to see into here.
See how many die for they have to roll this time. Fire it. Hey, look at that. Another die 4. It was 17, so 13 and 4. That was stupid thing. What are you doing, Dexy?
I stole some.
13 plus. So dirty 20.
Okay, so you can the same thing as I told Eddie. You can kind of make out Eddie sitting in this seat, and he does. You kind of see the back of his head. You recognize his hat or where he normally wears. You can make out these two, some kind of gun or something that they're the guys here. You also see that this bathroom sign says it's engaged or in use, and you see Eric actively fighting with the number 21 on the edge of the car here, in like melee combat with him.
Gotcha.
And then we go to essentially new action. So that was a surprise round if there was one. Now everyone's just going to roll fresh initiative for this car.
Can I do my turn?
Oh yeah.
Holding it.
Because you were holding your action. If you
Yeah.
want to have that kick off before we go to the next round.
Since nothing really something I guess did happen, but I'm too far away to do anything. Sorry, Eric. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna just look around and hopefully I notice that blue suit is sort of like outside of the car looking in. Is that possible?
Sure. If you just want to make a perception check.
Oh, please, please.
You did know that your
Okay.
teammates were fighting in the previous car that was showing up eventually.
I mean that's definitely gonna be enough. 15 plus the 8 from the D8 is 20.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would say that
6 is 29.
yeah, it's enough that you do the casual. You see Eric fighting up above. You were thinking maybe you're gonna have to jump into the fray to help out Eric, and you're like, crap, where are the guys? You look back and you do see like a little blue suit eyes peering up over the the bottom of the window. So you see him, kind of like stacked up and ready to enter.
All right, I'm gonna try this thing that I haven't tried with the team yet that hopefully might work. So it's telepathy. At level 6, at level 5, I'll take it easy. I'm just gonna communicate with one humanoid, or a single creature of humanoid intelligence. I'll just do that for right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and open up a channel to Blue Suit, which isn't gonna feel good, and he's already pissed at me, so he's not gonna be happy about this.
And all he says is,
If this actually works.
and all
which
Eddie
it
says
doesn't.
is, "Fuck you."
It is technically a boon, so it doesn't have to be a negative experience. Although if the way it works for
Oh, it's
you,
gonna be.
like echoes and screams
Yeah,
in
no.
the background.
Teleport doesn't have to be a terrible experience either. It definitely. So I know. So here's where it gets weird. I know what I have to hit. Therefore, could I use legend points to get to that point then?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's until I take, say a result of what happens, you can always use a legend point.
Okay, but is it different because it's a boon? Because I know what the level is. It's supposed to be level 5, so it's like power. I have to hit like a
20.
A 20, right?
Oh no, that's fair enough. So yeah, you're doing it at power level 5, so the DC is going to be 20. So if you want, you can choose to throw that legend point in. It's more for like if you try to hit the guy, like, did I hit him? I'm like, you missed. You're like, I want to throw a legend point.
Yeah. So
and again, it's our modified rules, so it's just you add an extra die.
Yeah, that's
whatever
what I'm hoping
is.
for, because I got a 9, a 4, and a 2, which is definitely not enough. So 11 plus 4 is 15, so I need another 5. So I'll use a legend point, of which I have 4 of, thank God. Save that real quick so I don't forget. Let's hope this is a 5. Okay. It's an 8. I'll roll another D8 just in case it's okay. That's another 8. Okay, hold on. Now I'm just doing it for fun. Okay, and that's a 3. So I was. No, it's not anything crazy. It's only like 36 or something. But that's gonna open a telepathy line to Blue Suit.
Okay, yeah. So this is
first
essentially a telepathy boon that both of you have now, and it's a sustain persists. And I mean, you can describe how it feels or whatever, but I mean, this is essentially just you two can now communicate both ways, just whatever you think the other person can hear, as though you're having a silent conversation in your heads.
Okay.
It does not bypass language barriers, but as long as you're both speaking German, Blue Suit speaks other languages too, but whatever you normally speak. So you can describe it.
So two things happen. I have to explain one to the GM. I don't know if it matters, but technically while this happens, anytime I do anything magical, or extraordinary, my tongue forks.
Okay.
In this instance, I am still talking to the old man in front of me, and one tongue kind of flaps in that, and the other tongue is like slowly doing this. As Blue Suit, you get like this whisper of like weird low Latin chants that slowly get louder, and you recognize it as something you've heard before. Maybe you've heard it before. And then I kind of come in through, and it sounds like this. There's two of them in here, and there's another two on the back.
Okay. So yeah, you're hearing that. He's essentially describing the conditions in the cabin.
And that'll be my turn. Sorry.
Yeah, and you mentioned that you have one of them charmed?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I'll say the one on his left is a buddy of mine right now.
Okay.
Yeah, the one on the left is he's a friend now.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that was your last one.
Sorry, yeah, that was
your held action. So now we roll initiative for everybody before we act. Here we go. These guys. This
23.
$19, surprisingly enough.
Okay. And Lightning Man in blue suit.
25.
$23. 23.
Eric and Lars roll off.
Just a 20-sider, or the whole thing?
Your normal roll.
I rolled a 19 and I'm still the lowest one.
You're going before the bad guys.
Bullshit.
$36.
You just beat me.
Really?
I got 31.
Wow. Yeah, I rolled a 19. I had an 8 explode.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, but I only have a 13 resolve.
They're both they're both brothers, not in game, but one shoots lightning and the other moves like lightning.
There you go.
Dresses really well. Okay, so as far as I'll just play it as we go. So blue suit, this is your move. You're starting off. You still have the telepathy going. You can communicate back if you want to. You do know that there's 4 guys in the 4 corners. You do know that this guy is charmed. And you do see this one, Eric is actively engaging in melee with.
Okay. Lars can't see me. That's fine. So I want to ask what I am allowed. Like, is opening a door considered an action or a minor action?
It's a minor action.
And I know you can't do the same action twice. So, like, if I were to open the back door just to yell back, Lars, basically say, Blitzman, 2, either side, I'm going in. Can I then open the door in front of me, or is that considered the same? I'm asking.
I would let you do that.
Okay.
I get the idea of it. Like, kind of came up when Eric did the one perception check before he went, and then he opened the door and attacked the guy. And in theory, we wanted to do another perception to see if he noticed the guy over his shoulder. But it's like, well, it's 2 perception rolls. But I mean, like, well, opening doors, you could like walk 10 feet, open a door, walk 10 feet, open another door.
Sure.
And these are the kind of doors, they're sliding, and you slide them open, and when you let go, they just slide close on their own. So you could, open the door behind you, shout something to Lars, just let go and then open the other door and go in.
Right. So this is what I want to do. I'm just gonna do that slide open and go, hey Blitzman, 2 either side. Oliver is right in front, and then I want to open my door and I want to roll in, extend my staff. So I want to roll forward 15 feet or jump and roll forward 50 feet and basically try to smack 20. So I'm gonna move right in between the two guys and then smack 20. So I can roll to a kip up and then smack them because I'm trying to be all like cool superhero-y and shit.
All right, just do an agility check for your maneuvers.
Fun.
I'm
Watch
not
me
gonna
look
make
like
you
watch me look
fall
like
off
an
the
asshole.
train or anything stupid like that, but just for a
It'll be
story.
funny if I suck.
Tuck you in here.
Not so much. So I rolled a 1 and a 2 on my dice on my 6. However, I rolled a natural 20 on my 20. So there's a lot of explosions. All right, so 40 is the total for the agility check. Now I'm gonna roll shit to hit him, but so I do look cool.
Yeah, you slide the door open, do this tumble, spin up, and like all the momentum of your roll is preserved in the swing to hit him. And like as your staff hits him, that clack is the same as the door clack shut. So it's like smooth, seamless.
Only if my staff hits him though, because I have to roll the hit now.
Well, now you do have to roll the hit. You're gonna blow your 20 on the
motherfucker. All right, 13.
13 does not hit, but I'm going to do the pick a Bane on either side. So you can pick a Bane that kind of attack could partake, and then I'll do something in the reverse.
Well, then that would just be knocked down.
Oh, you put it for knockdown? And it's not limited to just what your specific item, like any kind of blunt attack, if it could do.
Well, it's an agility attack.
Well, I go by the. Essentially, it's technically a staff. So knockdown, immobile, or forced move.
Let's do knockdown.
Okay, then I'll do knockdown. So this guy is prone. So you do connect with him, and he kind of goes down, but it's like when you swung it, it hit him, but it also hit the luggage carrier, and the vibration just knocked it out of your hand. So you're disarmed, and the staff is laying down at your feet, like half between the two of you. All right. And Shooting Star.
All right. So I don't know the guys behind me or if 82 is a bad guy or not. So I'm going for 21 again with the sap. And that is 26.
21. You do 10 points of damage, and you get to throw a free Bane on top of that, which your
attack
could hit. He is also injured, so he's below 2/3.
Right. What are the options for Banes that I could do with a sap?
Kind of like a club or something. So
yeah,
knockdown or stunned.
All right, I'll do stunned.
Okay. You stunned him just as he was waking up. The Norwegian Blip prefers kipping on his back, so I'm just doing the parrot sketch.
All right.
Somebody played stunned, and he took damage. Okay, that's your hit.
Now,
you can still
if he's stunned, he doesn't wake up from a second attack, right?
No, so stunned is not. Incapacitate is like the fragile one. So,
okay.
If someone's incapacitated, at a certain level, you can wake them up from hitting that.
Can I take a quick look around me before I attack him again?
Yeah, actually,
Or
it's just a
perception
minor
roll?
action, so you can do a
Right.
perception check.
Yeah, total of 5. Moving on. All right. I
You
will.
gather there's something going on the other side of the cabin.
Right.
You can see
Right.
friends and enemies, but that's all you kind of get.
Yeah, I don't know about 22. So, all right. Second attack at disadvantage 3.
22 is like raising his knife, and he's raising a little higher.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No chance. It's a total of 11.
Okay, yeah, you swing wild and you just like
Yeah.
smack the wall next to you.
Yep.
And I'm guessing you're not moving. Gonna stay in.
Nope. Staying right there.
And then Blitzman. And Blue Suit did shout back to you. You know, it's roughly what's going on in this cabin. That there's guys at all 4 corners. One of them's charmed. Eddie's in there too. So is Shooting Star.
Actually, Kurt, I didn't see the ones at the far end. I was going by Eddie's telepathy to tell me that there were the 2. So all I said to Lars was there's 2. Right.
Well, you but earlier you did make a perception check where
I did.
You did see.
All right.
Yeah. You saw that there were 2, and you saw that Eric was engaged in melee with one.
Oh, okay, I thought I missed that. Okay, yeah, cool.
I did actually mention that there were 2.
And actually, Eddie also mentioned that he had spotted all 4 of them too.
So Kurt, are these little things, are those seats? Are those supposed to be seats?
Yeah, they're technically double seats, but they're roughly. You imagine this is just like walking down the middle aisle of an airplane.
Right. So are 20 and 19, are they seated?
They're like standing in their seats.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna move to here. That's 25 feet. Just standard movement. And look through the window. I can see, that Blue Suit is engaged. So
Yeah, just do a perception check as a minor action. You did get briefed roughly what's going on, but this will acclimatize your senses to what you were told.
Sure. Perception 18.
Yeah, that's definitely enough, and you can make out the edge of the guy just around the corner. You do see Blue Suit engaged in melee with this guy. You probably can't see Oliver sitting in the chair here, but you do see the other 2 guys at the far end also standing up. Number 21 engaged in melee with Shooting Star.
I don't know. I don't know if that X is still there or not. It's still there on my screen, but
it disappeared for me.
It's gone.
okay.
The same thing happened with the square that I drew.
Yeah. So I'm going to, for a second move action, I'm going to teleport to 10 feet past Blue Suit.
Okay.
And then at that point, obviously turning around, I would see 19 and 20 standing there, right?
Yeah. You did spot the elbows or edges of 19 and 20 where you were standing here, but now you can see them more clear.
Okay, and wait, 20 is prone? Is that correct?
Yeah, so you probably wouldn't be able to hit. No, Oliver Ramos is seated, so no, he'd be behind the chair. So yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to hit him. And they did tell you too that 19 was charmed, so he is a friendly in a way.
Oh, they told me that already?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Again, I apologize for my being
Yeah,
distracted.
I can tell you're in the middle of working a ticket.
Yeah. Well, the tech is testing the circuit now, so. Okay, so I'm gonna turn around toward the front of the train to the right.
Okay.
And so I see 2 guys standing there engaged with Snoopy there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to attack number 22 then.
Okay, well, yeah, he's standing, so you can. The conductor is seated.
Okay. Yeah, I was actually, after I said that, I saw the conductor, and I was just going to ask.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to attack number 22. Is there any disadvantage because of whatever cover? Or
No,
whatever?
he's standing up enough. I mean, if you want to picture, like, imagine a school bus, you know, with the seats and all the kids sitting. I mean, you know, when you do that thing where you like kneeling up on the seat, like over the back, like with your gun, like that's kind of what these guys are doing. So there's
Yeah.
enough clearance that you can get a shot in on them. Maybe with a shotgun, if you're using a shotgun, I might say like, ah!
That might be a problem.
Might want to put in a Sabo slug in there instead of a buckshot.
27.
27, do it. 22.
And that'll end my turn.
You do 9 points of damage, and you get to throw a free bane on there.
Right on. Done.
We'll do your stunned. Is that yeah?
Yeah.
That's your one, anyways.
Yeah, that's my focus.
Okay. And yeah, that'll be it. And Oliver Ramos.
Well, things have started. Let's do a. Let's help these guys out a little bit.
And with your telepathy, you hear the blue suit, you know, as he does this roll that's like awesome. And he flips up and sees you. Yes! Swings. But no!
Let's do a provoked, but I'm gonna do it in a line so that it catches 20 and 9, both 19 and 20.
I think if you do that, because wouldn't blue suit be affected also? Because I think there's actually a feat that lets you, like,
oh, you're right.
do an area attack and not essentially do it around friends and whatnot.
Could I could probably still do the ranged because they're within. They're close enough that I could actually just pick them both off instead of doing a line.
Yeah, the feat area manipulation. For each tier of this feat, you can omit a single 5-foot square from being targeted as part of an area attack. And they do use attack to be Bane or. So yeah, so you could provoke a blue suit if you want.
No, I don't want to do that. But since they're close enough, could I just pick both of them then?
You could do a multi-target attack. Actually, it would be disadvantage 2, which would be the same as the 2 lines, I think.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't catch him. That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Oh yeah, no. What I'm saying, if you don't do a line attack, if you just do a multi-target, so just like this one.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, because I think that the disadvantage would be the same because you still would have needed 2 lines to get him. That would have been disadvantage 2.
Yeah.
This would just be disadvantage 2. And even though he's prone, I mean, you pretty much just have to stand up from your seat. You can see him right down there.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay.
So 2 and then disadvantage 2.
Oh, and I forgot. I'm going to roll perception for 67 to see if he knows your forked tongue. He does not.
Okay.
Or he did not back when you were chatting with him.
So come on, dude. That's not cool. 11. 11. I rolled 2 8s.
No, it's just resolve a 12 on both of them. They hear a whisper in their mind. They're like, "What?" Actually, I don't know how that would work if he was charmed and provoked. I don't know. Well, this doesn't matter at this point.
That'll be it.
Okay.
Because since I don't really have to look at them in order for me to do it, I'm just gonna really try not to be looking at them I'm gonna be looking at the old guy going, yes, this is a
Yeah.
very interesting story that you're telling me right now.
All right, number 21 is just going to take. He's essentially going to use like the butt of his rifle to or shotgun to swing at the shooting star. That's might. And shooting star is just too fast, like blurs out of the way as he just shoves his stock into midair. Actually, I forgot advantage because he's. He would have missed anyways. 22 behind you also takes the swing. Same thing, he gets advantage because he's got flanking.
My guard is 21 because I've got haste 6 on, but I am resist of precise, so those mighty blows are just going to be against the 21 guard.
Okay, just against the 21. So equals. Okay, just take the minimum 3 points of damage as he kind of clocks you in the back of the head with his shotgun butt.
Yep.
Equals. Come on. All right. Thank you. Oh, that's when I was going to make the thing. 21, 22. 20 is going to stand up and same thing. I'm going to use the butt of his shotgun and try to hit Blue Suit. 19 is charmed to be friendly with Oliver Ramos, but he would see Blue Suit still as a threat, so 20 will have advantage to swing because he's flanked. But he misses terribly. So it'll be like, Blue Suit swung wide, he kind of reeled back a little bit, he swung and just didn't connect with his face. 19's going to try to do the same thing. Try to hit in the back of the head. And with an 18, just misses. So I don't know. It's like he's trying to get the momentum. You hear the butt kind of brush you in the back. It's one of those like it was after the energy of the swing, so it's like he bumped you, but it didn't do any damage. You felt an attack from behind you, and that's all 4 of them. And we're back to the top of the order, and it's not enough to knock you off your feet, but there is a whoosh, and you feel like the whole car kind of shake. And as much as it was dark outside, you still have the moonlight on the field. It just goes dark as you pass into the tunnel, and the lights of the train like flicker for a second, but they kind of still keep going as the train settles down, and then it's back to Blue Suit, the Blauen Suit.
So you said, mute. Okay, so you said that I dropped my staff. Is that correct?
Yeah. So you're disarmed, but I guess technically I have to pick a spot. So it's essentially laying in this spot between you and Blitzman.
Okay.
And I think it's just a minor action to pick it up. Yeah, actually, I'm not sure what it is.
Hold on, let me check disarmed. I have the card right here.
Well, disarm doesn't seem to mention.
You know what? No bother. Hold on. Let me see.
Actually, that's interesting. At power level 6, if someone disarms you and takes control of the weapon, you can do a disarm on them to get that thing back if you have a disarm. It's a challenge rating. They still have to roll for it. I don't know. If anything, I think it would just be a minor. Well, it's minor you picking up off the ground. It's right next to you. We'll just call it a minor action.
It just kind of takes away from the penalty of being disarmed because minor action is almost kind of free. That's kind of what
Yeah, it's almost a free thing. Let me go to my list of minor actions. List of actions. Yes, this hasn't come up before.
That's all right, Kurt. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, minor action.
Knives. They don't have any guns that they have brandished yet.
Right now, all 4 of them just seem to have shotguns, and so far they've only taken like a melee attack with the butt of the shotgun. I mean, you're guessing probably because if they fired a shotgun, they'd be in danger of hitting each other.
Okay. Taking a 5-foot step, he could hit me. He's charmed but doesn't like me. I'm trying to figure out kind of where I want to go with this.
So number 19 was charmed by Oliver Ramos, so he sees Oliver Ramos as a platonic friend, but he would just see everybody else as they normally were. In that last case where he was the only guy left in the car and he followed it up with a memory alteration, he was sort of able to write you guys into his story of, you guys are friends with him. There was no opportunity here. You guys kind of just came. I mean, you essentially ran in and attacked his friend number 20. So
right, that's fine. Is 20 still prone?
No, he stood up from prone and took an attack with his shotgun.
Kurt, you never had 19 roll against my charm.
Oh yeah, thanks.
He has disadvantage though. Because the potent bane.
Oh, you have potent bane on it?
Yeah, I have charmed as my
Okay, let me add that. That's a P. Resistance. Oh, yeah, at the end of his turn. So at the end of his last turn,
we might not be friends anymore.
All right, I'm just gonna
2 die 20.
Not that it really matters as to what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be the same thing.
14 and 18. He does shake it off.
All right. I'm just going to deploy my shield on my wristwatch, pull my gun, which are both minor actions, and then I'm going to try to disarm him because he has a shotgun. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the other guy, where I'm just going to like smash him with my shield to try to disarm him. So I'm just going to try to inflict the disarm bane, which is power level 6.
Okay.
$22.
I'll definitely do it.
And that, so disarmed, I think it puts it in my control.
You essentially, you gain control of it. Let me see.
But I don't know how I can with. Well, actually, no, I can with my shield hand. My shield hand is open. So basically, I smack him, it pops up in the air, and I grab it with my shield arm.
Actually, it's an alternative, so it's your choice. You can either choose to drop it in a square anywhere 15 feet of the target, or as an alternative to moving the item, you can assume control of it. If you do, you are now the wielder.
Yeah, so I'll basically pop it in the air and grab it with my free hand because I have my gun in my other hand.
Okay.
And I'll tell him stand the fuck down. Like I'm just annoyed with these guys at this point. It's I'm having a bad Monday.
All right, shooting star.
Somebody's got a case of a Monday. No.
All right. I got hit from behind, and that surprised me. So I'm going to take an attack I'm going to attack number 21 again.
Okay.
And that's a total of 27.
This is 21.
He's already stunned.
18. He goes down.
All right. And then I'll turn and at disadvantage attack 22.
Okay.
And probably no dice. That's a total of 16.
Close. So you swing close to him. He just barely moves out of the way as your sap kind of clears his head. And Lightning Man.
All right. I'm going to attack number 22
Okay.
for, damaging attack.
Yeah. 21 is dead.
That's 22. 22 against number 22.
It'd be funny. It's like that's that. Yeah, you hit the exact number, so he's automatically defeated.
Oh, is that like an arc over the conductor or something? Or
Yeah, the conductor is seated.
These guys are all seated.
gotcha.
The 4 red guys. Saying, if you imagine imagine like kids on the school bus when they're kneeling on the seats. They're either standing next to their seat or kneeling up on it. So he's high up enough. If the conductor stood up, then he wouldn't have a shot. He hit him. And you hit him for 5 points of damage, and you're able to throw a Bane on it. Oh, also, well, he's already stunned, so you have to throw something else.
Is it high enough I could put a different Bane that I'm not specialized in?
Yeah, this. Oh no, sorry. No, it's not. You need a 10 for that. So, yeah, actually, and stunned is your only Bane focus. So he just
That's great. Okay. So I'm just gonna attack him again at disadvantage.
Okay. So and number 22 is bloody.
Good. Let's see if we can finish him. Let's see. 25.
And he goes down.
Awesome. I turn around to assess the situation behind me.
Okay. And you let's see. Oh no, you did your
Should-
The assessment is we suck.
Should I make a perception roll?
Sure. Yeah, I think you also have your move too. If you want to move.
I do. I'm not gonna move. Instead, I'm just going to look
Okay.
to see what's going on. I don't really need to. Well, actually, I take that back. I'm just gonna move up north 1 square, so I'm standing in that seat right there.
Okay.
Kind of open things up a little bit, maybe. And my perception is terrible. 14.
Yeah, it's not awesome. It's not bad. I mean, you see that these guys are down. You spin around. You see these 2 guys are there. Roughly what state they're in. Actually, they're both not doing too bad. They both seem to be feeling fine. You can make out that number 22. The blue suit is essentially holding his shotgun. So blue suit's got his shield and his gun out. Had essentially ripped the shotgun out of his hand, caught it in his hand. He's not wielding it really, like kind of ready to shoot, but he's got it in his hand. And 19, you also make out that he's kind of shook off the charmed.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't preventing him from attacking you personally, anyways, but you do see him kind of shake his head.
Okay. So that's it. I'm done.
Okay, and then Oliver Ramos.
Still want to help. Let's just try it again. Provoke on 19 and 20.
Okay.
How oh my god. I rolled nothing but 3s. It literally rolled nothing but okay, to be fair, the D20 is a 4.
Well,
So
at least it's consistent.
I got a 10.
Yeah, it's not far off in a way, but it still doesn't make a 12.
All right,
that
I'll
wasn't
keep listening
all.
to old man. Although at this point,
I almost want to do like if you rolled a 1, like it backfired, and now you are provoked against him because you're like
I'm demoralized. You can just give me the demoralized bane. It's fine.
Part of it with the disarm was I was hoping to knock it up in the air over to you, but
No,
I
don't.
assume control.
I'll end up killing the old man by mistake.
Oh well, there's
Do you?
that.
So let me do that. So if you want, I will put
Yes.
provoke on you against him
Yes.
to give you a legend.
I deserve it. I deserve
Yeah,
it.
so you did like provoked on him twice, and it didn't take, and now you are provoked against him. So
Honestly, considering my hot-tempered flaw, yeah, I'm a little pissed.
so you've got provoked 6, resist 0. So this means, well, I mean, it's not really all that penalizing. If you attack 19, then you're all set, but you get disadvantage 3 on any attack that does not include just taking out this asshole. And Blue Suit, you hear this Oliver Ramos like, you know, whatever your rage sounds like in your telepathy voice. I will end you.
No, it's not that. It's not that sexy.
Let's see. That was Oliver Ramos, and then we get to them, 19 and 20. So 19. Does 19 really care so much about? So he hesitates. He raised his shotgun. He almost takes a shot at Oliver Ramos, but he would like definitely hit Nut Passenger 67, where he assumed he could kind of Blitzman. He could kind of fire down. Oh, Blue Suit. He could do. I'm gonna play it like that. So he like aimed at Oliver Ramos for a second. It didn't feel like a clean shot, but he turns to Blitzman and takes a shot. It's gonna be a little low, so some of the seat's gonna catch it, but 19 is showing some restraint. So I'm gonna give him. Oh, I should give him disadvantage as he takes a shot against Blitzman.
Boy, showing restraint like that, he should get a legend point.
Yeah. Where am I going? And Mars, I have your guard is 18.
My guard is shit. Hold on.
Oh wait,
Sorry.
your haste doesn't haste.
I'm hasted, so that gives me a +2. And let me just. Sorry, I literally had just switched monitors so that I could.
No worries. I'm looking
aside here. 18, and then it's a +2 with the haste.
Yeah, so 20, and this is a shotgun.
Bring it.
So you get hit for 11 points of damage with this shotgun blast to the chest. Some of it hits the seat head, but it's like some of those pellets even pass through. And it's also caused a persistent damage, so you're bleeding. And I think this is at the lower level.
I am now at the halfway mark.
It's damage. Oh, it's at 3 or lower, so persistent damage 3? No, 2, which is only 1 die 4. R0. So yes, that was a heavy hit, and 19, 20. Blue suit took away his. So he pulls out. It's like a club, like a billy club or some sort of bludgeoning instrument, and swings at
And I
blue
got an
suit.
extra +1 because of my resistance on my suit. It's a forceful attack, right?
I'm going to take away the disadvantage on the flanking because 19 is not really engaged in melee with blue suit, so I can't really count him as a fair.
Oh, and like I was just I was talking to the muted thing. Because of my armor, my resistance to forceful, I get a +1 on my defense.
Oh, on your guard? Okay, so your guard is one higher.
My guard is 20 if he's going to attack me with a forceful attack.
Yes. Yeah, so guard of 20. Oh, and oh no, all that explodes.
Damn it.
20 beat. Oh, I rolled a 20 and I rolled a 2 after it, so
I'll take it.
23 total, so 3 points of damage. I was like, oh, I need a 20. Oh, I made a 20. Oh, it explodes. Only 2 or 3. Yeah, I've got a blue suit 62% and lightning round 42%. Unless I'm one of those updated hit points. Well, rough hit points. And that is it for the days. We're back to the blue suit.
Kurt, I'm at I have 24 hit points now since leveling up.
Yeah, I bet you had 24.
Yeah, so I'm down 14 hit points.
Yeah, so you're 42%.
Oh, yeah, sorry. My own bad calculations there. Excuse me.
No worries.
Carry on.
I have the table up, so I have everyone's like total hit points, and I keep adding in your damage, so I get your current, and then the percentage auto calculates. I even set the fields to turn to like yellow and red when you get to 2/3 or a third, so I know if I'm slogging you or you're slogging them. But I don't, you're updating your character, so I would never know if I have hit points. Sorry, blue suit. Go ahead.
Fine. I'm gonna throw the shotgun down to where down towards the back door.
Okay.
As a minor action, and then I'm going to again. This is that whole thing. Like I want to forcefully attack number 8, but I'm not going to because there's innocence here. I need to disarm this guy, so I'm going to turn and disarm 7 or attempt to disarm 7 with my shield. I'm sorry, 7, 19. My bad. On my screen it's 7 because I have my thing. It's number 19.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm going to try to disarm his shotgun basically.
Okay.
Because we can't have innocence getting hit. 6, power level 6. $24.
That does it.
And I will not take it. I can put it within 15 feet, right?
Anywhere within, you can have it drop anywhere within 15 feet of the target.
5, 10, 15. I'll put it behind Lars. Oh, I'm sorry. In between 68 and 69, basically.
Here? Okay.
Yeah. And actually, and I will take a 5-foot step back. I won't get a provoke attack of opportunity if I do
that. Which way?
But you back toward, yeah, there.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just gonna move there. Basically, like on guard, like, okay, you sons of bitches.
All right. Suit and shooting star.
All right. I was gonna do a fancy old move and zip up along the train and curl down, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. Now that blue suit's not there.
I don't know. You could run east up the door and then west along the ceiling, like smack one of these two guys, and then down the door and end up behind the blue suit or something like that.
No, my thought was curling. I don't know if I really want to draw, but curling like this and end up here, like along the wall, across the ceiling, and then down.
Yeah, here it's a little harder because
Yeah.
you have like kind of two passenger seats, and then you have like a luggage rail. I mean, think of like Harry Potter when they're on the train going to school. There was like that rail where all their bags and
Right,
stuff were,
right.
so it's hard to run up.
So I'll just move straight down the train and end up here. That doesn't cause me to get an attack of opportunity, does it?
No.
No, because you're not moving out. You weren't threatened and then moving outside of that.
Okay. So I'm also changing as a minor action. I'm going to change from one of my resistance
Yeah.
to
Force.
what is that? Force.
Got it.
And then I'm going to take a single attack against number 19.
Put your hands above your heads.
And that's a total of 26.
And that's going to do it. 19 equals 26. You hit him for heavy damage, but it's not enough to invoke a boon or bane.
That's okay, and that's
and
my whole thing.
Yeah, and he is injured, so he's below 2/3.
Yep.
I guess I could make. No, I might get busy. Any banes on the screen? And Lightning Man. Oh, it's the beginning of your turn. I gotta roll your damage. You take 3 points bleeding damage.
Okay, 3 points of bleeding.
And Lars is now bloodied. Well, literally. I did not mean that as a pun. I mean, bloodied as in below 1/3.
I'm going to like crouch down, like down, sort of on the seat, so to like I'm in front of using the seat for cover.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crouch down and attempt to give myself some healing.
Okay.
So that is my logic and power level 3. So it's
heal is creation, learning, logic, or presence, and it's at every power level. So your logic is 3.
So I'm doing a die 8 to make the roll, and I got a total of 3. So I'm not healing myself.
Okay. So yeah, you try, but you're fumbling with the first aid kit.
I'm gonna try again at this. Is it still disadvantage if I'm not doing an attack?
Try to use your haste to do it.
Yeah, I want to use my haste to do my heal.
Let me double check. Additionally, the target can make 1 extra major action on its turns. Action cannot be performed to interrupt if the action requires a roll. So yeah. Any roll. Yeah, and that makes sense.
Yeah. So my disadvantage is shockingly better. 16 is my total roll there.
Power level 3. You said 16?
16.
That 16 is exactly what you needed to make. So you can heal for 1 die 8.
6. All right. So I heal up 6 points and stay down.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll put you essentially having cover. And
realistically, 20 could probably more or less see me. Maybe, I don't know.
Now you would use your major action to try to heal, and then you use your extra haste action. You still have a move action, and you can use that to try to shake off the bane.
Oh, Yes, of course.
Good call.
And that's just a die 20, right?
Yeah, just a straight die 20. It's not persistent, and you just need a 10 or higher.
A 10 is what I rolled.
Oh, well, you did it.
All right.
Yeah, we had incorrectly thought it was 11. So it's like 50-50 chance. It's actually just a hair over 50-50 chance. So yeah, you did it. You shook off the you healed and you shook off the bane.
Thank you.
And Oliver Ramos. And you are still provoked.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. On 19, I will be
In
attacking.
blue suit, you hear Oliver Ramos cursing or whatever he's saying.
I
His
just gained a
current
legend
thoughts about
point.
19. He is disarmed, so he had his shotgun knocked out of his hand. But
Okay.
I lost video on everybody, and I'm gonna just check. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah. I can see
Yes,
you
we
too.
can hear you.
I can hear you.
Just can't see you.
You've got the low bandwidth or local computer conditions such as CPU or RAM.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
see
Can you
you.
hear us?
You're back.
He's gone. Nope, he's gone.
Can see you.
Oh, you all just came back.
There he goes.
Okay, I can hear. Can everyone hear me? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So either my internet connection or WebEx as a whole took a hit, but we're all seeing you back.
And we're back.
All right, so I'm going to hit 19. I just gained a legend point from taking the provoked, so I'm going to go ahead and use that legend point to add an extra d6 to this fire attack that I'm going to do.
Well, you can also roll, and because if you roll without using legend point and it explodes all the bejesus, you don't have to necessarily waste it.
All right, sure, fair enough. Let's see. Well, it didn't explode, but that might hit. But I want to hit harder, so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna add another d6 on it. I got a
Okay.
16. All right, and a 3, so 19 total. On
19 hits, and
Right.
you do damage.
All right, I don't know if anyone is enough of a nerd to watch anime, but like Yu Yu Hakusho style, he shoots a fireball that kind of like grows huge and then.
Yeah, I get it. I watch anime, but I don't know that one. What's that from?
Yu Yu Hakusho? It's like a 90s anime.
Really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
missed it.
Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, I definitely did not catch that one. Oh, 90s. That was back in the day when I was watching anime full time.
It's a good one if you want to go back. It's a real good one.
That's definitely the 90s.
Oh yeah, no, it's super 90s.
I have to make a list of like all the ones that I watch. I was not into the Dragon Ball Z level of stuff.
How dare you?
My brother was big into that too. I never got it.
I'm
How
trying to
could
think like Ghost in the Shell, Ninja Scroll.
Well, Ninja Scroll was its
Plus,
own thing,
plus.
yeah. Well, and then now Cowboy Bebop, and then
Yes.
Oh, Cowboy Bebop,
yes,
definitely.
good,
Lupin the
good.
Third.
Lupin the Third.
Yes.
Do you see the new Lupin the Third? It's all computer animated.
They have a new one? Shit.
Yeah. It's a brand new one coming out. It's Lupin the Third, the first.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, but all the main characters are in it. The graphics look awesome. The voice acting sounds awesome. I can't wait to see it.
Macross
I just
Plus.
watched Count of Cagliostro like
Yeah.
a couple of months ago.
So like Macross Plus, and then Battle Angel, of course.
How about
Battle
Trigun?
Angel.
Trigun?
Yeah,
I did like Trigun.
You guys, I don't know. Well, have you kept up with like modern anime? I know this is like super
No.
off topic at this point. I would recommend Samurai Champloo.
Oh yeah. That's another awesome one too.
If you haven't
Actually,
watched
is
that one,
is that streaming anywhere? Because the last time I couldn't find it. Yeah,
I
you had to like buy it.
don't know. It might be on YouTube somewhere because like weebs are weebs. Like those guys will get it on YouTube anytime they can. So I'd check YouTube for an episode or two.
Cowboy Bebop on my Plex server. I don't know. I have
If you want, like, Samurai Champloo was kind of a lot like Cowboy Bebop as far as the characters and the
Yeah, oh my god, it's so similar.
style and stuff. It wasn't. It didn't have the cowboy, the music and western kind of theme, but
No, it had the hip hop.
well,
It had the
well,
hip-hop instead.
yeah, but it had that like funny, irreverent hero kind of a feel to it, and the quality of the animation was very
so
good.
good.
What are the guys said in
So good.
chat? Poggers?
Oh, that would be. I don't know who said this. How old are they?
They're younger.
That would make sense. Poggers is cool, is what they're trying to say. It's really good. Or they might say based, if that's what they like to say.
Okay. My daughter tried to get me to watch Attack on Titan, and I watched I don't know,
The animation's great.
8 or 9 episodes, and I was like, I'm so done with this show.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's
get on
all-
with it already. It's like, how much exposition do you need? Just
A
get
lot.
on with it, It's like,
Yeah.
Well, or it can also just be the style of story, because Neon Genesis Evangelion was like one of the best rated ones, and I absolutely hated it. Just like I watched it to the end because I had to finish it, but I was like, okay, I finished that. I'm never gonna watch that. I don't know. It was just I don't know. I don't want to go too
Right.
side.
No, we were going too deep. We went too
it's
deep.
all there indeed.
Good stuff out there. Yeah, I'll have to think if I can think of any other good ones.
Anyway, so I aim my finger gun at him, and it gets a little bigger than it usually does. Usually it's a little like, bloop, but this time
Okay, you did get a solid.
there's some
block.
energy behind that one.
Okay, he takes damage, and he is injured, but not quite bloody.
Alrighty.
Oliver Ramos, and it's their turn. Oh, 16. He is now
Roddick just said, new podcast idea. I'm too old for this shit.
We can do it.
Just have Danny Glover's face, just going, too old for this shit.
That's probably Other than watching some of the old school stuff, I don't think I've watched any new anime in a while. Bastard, that was another one. What was the D&D one that was so
Record of Lodos.
Yeah, the Lodos.
Record of Lodos. The Lodos
Record of Lodos,
Saga.
yeah.
I remember us buying those, and at the time, I mean, we're talking, 90s. You had to go to Suncoast Video. You had to pay an exorbitant fucking amount for a goddamn VHS tape that was 30 minutes. And the Record of Lodos, I remember it was this spanning, overarching thing. And we were so like, oh yeah. And I remember getting halfway through it going, I don't care.
I was expecting Lord of the Rings, and it just wasn't. And
It's like,
the intro song was really long, and the credits are really long. So
Yeah, of course.
it was a half-hour show, but if you cut all that out and all the coming back from commercial, it was only like 10 minutes long per episode.
yeah.
I wanted to edit all that out and get it down to
Right.
like an hour and just watch that.
And you get paid $300 for the fucking thing.
Yeah.
It was so goddamn expensive. Insane.
Okay, 19 lost his shotgun, so same thing. He's gonna pull. This guy has a knife, so he pulls a knife and swings at Shooting Star. Oh man, he's gonna need to. Does he? No, he swings and wildly misses his shooting. Doesn't even think about it and swerves out of the way.
Is knife precise or might?
Precise.
That's precise.
Okay, so then I had switched it over. So that's only an
You
AC
did,
guard of
but-
22.
Yeah, no,
Only,
he got a 12. He wasn't even close.
only a guard of 22. Like sitting there going like, way better than mine.
Well, that's compared to a 27.
No, I know. I'm just saying yours is high.
Yeah. 20. I think 20 is still not really. Doesn't really know about Oliver and what's going on because he's just kind of sitting there and doing things with his mind. And he saw 19 offer, be nice. So he's like, I don't know, maybe he's on our side.
Well, I
19
definitely
never-
just lit 19 on fire.
True, but you're still kind of seated. You just, you kind of lean forward.
Oh no, I got up. I got up. I got up and
Okay.
shot him in the face.
That's okay. I'm gonna have him swing. Blue Suit's been really on his case, so he's gonna take another swing back at him. Oop, that's not a die 8.
19 or 20? 19, all I did was disarm him.
No, 20. 19, it was disarmed. He pulled out a knife and swung at Shooting Star. 20, he still has his club. He hasn't really noticed Oliver so much. He's so focused on you. So 20 is just going to take a swing at you with his club. 6 explodes. Six. Oh, 21. That'll be enough. That's actually just 1 over. So you just take 3 points of damage as he connects with his club. Oh, mouse. Oh, what's going with all these beans? Okay, this all just all this time. And oh, just the 2 of those back to blue suit. Your retaliation. This bathroom is still occupied.
Okay. I'm just going. Can I hit around the? Can I hit around the corner or no?
I'm saying for melee, yeah, you can pretty much swing at each other from where you are.
I'm going to take an action to pick up my Schlagstock. And I guess I'll just make an attack on 20.
Yeah. So use a move action to pick up your staff, and then just do major action to do a damaging
It's gonna
attack.
do damaging attack because I'm tired of these. I'll probably roll shit, but hey. Load.
And as we said, it's fighting to subdue, and you can even be using a gun for that essentially.
Oh, there's another dice 6 explosion. It exploded.
Sometimes they save you.
All right. 26. If it's over 5, he falls down.
Okay.
Or it's 5 over his whatever, his guard.
Guard, which it is. Friday takes a good hit. Friday is now injured, and he is prone again.
And he can suck it.
And he's gonna unless he stands up, he'll be avenged next time. And shooting star.
All right. I am going to attack number 19 again. And
You're like two kids fighting over the school bus seat as you're swinging at each other.
Yeah. The total is 25.
Wow, Eric is crushing it tonight.
Yeah, I got a 19 on that one, and then a 2 and a 4.
And 19 goes down.
Nice.
You just hit that part on the neck where he just hit that nerve, the sciatic nerve.
So I'll take a 5-foot step diagonally toward the bad guy. So like down and left.
It doesn't matter so much for the distance, but I'd say from the seats it would be kind of.
Yeah. No, I just meant that's where I ended up.
Yeah, I got you. No worries.
And I will attack him. Now he's prone. Is that correct?
He is. So you have advantage on a melee attack.
All right. So I just have disadvantage 2 then.
Yes.
All right. Awesome. I lose the 8 and the 6. So that's, let's see, 18 total. Not enough.
18. It hits, and he
it does. Damage. Okay.
And yeah, 18 guard on these guys, and he's not quite bloodied, still injured.
Cool. All right, and I maintain him, and that's it.
Okay, and I might have missed this. I think we're at like 3. We're into round 3 inside the tunnel. And same thing. He is cornered and stuff, but he's fierce. He's gonna fight it until he's knocked out or killed, whatever happens first.
Yep.
Oh, I was gonna say too, and also during this, the conductor came out, picked up the shotgun, and he's basically like aiming this way, in case anyone comes in. He's like trying to cover you. Honestly, he'd probably move away from the combat a little bit. So. Oh yeah, top of the order. Back to blue suit. Did I? Wait, Eric went. Sorry, I was focusing on conductor.
No, I just hit. So.
Oh yeah. Then Eric, and then Lightning Man. Yeah,
Right.
sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah, it wasn't their turn. It was their turn to die. Yeah. So sorry, Blitzman. And it is a little crowded in there. You're on mute. We all do it.
You didn't want to hear that roll anyway. So I attempted to heal. I got a 9. So I don't
Okay.
think that does anything for me, right?
That doesn't know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna attempt again at disadvantage 3. Always the second roll is the better one. So 20.
20. You do succeed. You can heal for 1 die.
2 whopping points. Okay.
Plus 2.
And I'm going to stand up and look around.
Okay. Yeah. You. Oh, there's not too much to see, so I'll just give you a freebie. You can basically see, you're popping up from your crouch. You can see that number 20 is prone in the corner, kind of swinging his club wildly as shooting star and blue suit are kind of fighting him. At this point, blue suit, you probably wouldn't be able to hit him with shooting star kind of in the way because it's where you'd be swinging through. But you could move through him, and it's not enough to you yet. I'm getting all jumbled in that order. That was Lightning Man. He healed himself and he looked around. Oh, sorry, Lars.
I'm done.
Okay, and it is to Oliver Ramos. Still provoked. Oh, actually, you're not anymore.
I was gonna say he's down, isn't he?
So you're like, yes, that dude got what was.
I'm still provoked. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
He goes over his body.
Well, Eric, you're not wrong.
I swear, though, that guy that's sitting right in front of Oliver Ramos must be shitting his pants right now as we're all like, shotguns are going off and we're just beating the shit. Fireballs are coming out. This guy's sitting there like,
yeah. I don't know, 67 has been through a lot of stuff. He's probably like, this is probably it. Why would this not be the time that I die?
I'm going to take the rest of the cigarettes I have in my coat pocket and just kind of gently put it in the old man's hand and go, see you in a bit. And then I'm going to go invisible. And then I'm going to teleport as much as I can to the right.
Give me a persuasion, deception, or presence on your message as you hand him the cigarettes.
It's definitely going to be persuasion. Why do I roll good now? Like,
it's good for story.
26.
Okay. All of this is going on, and I mean, he's kind of coping. Like, this is kind of exciting, kind of scary. I'll probably die here. He's already, you're kind of interesting and odd to talk to, but you're almost more calm than him through all this, and you're like shooting fire, and he didn't quite notice your forked tongue, but he is getting a little bit of a weird vibe off of you.
Oh, sure.
And then you do your inner self as you like hand him these cigarettes, and you're like, I'll be seeing you real soon. He is like, his hand is shaking as he's taking the pack of cigarettes back, and he's just looking at you wide-eyed as you step away from him.
And then go invisible right in front of him.
And go invisible. Actually, if any, he was already freaking out before you started turning invisible. So invisible 6. And I'm sorry, where were you moving to?
And then just 30 feet teleport, or as far as I can get. I don't know if I end up on the conductor.
Or you could make it to the other side.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
And then telepathy drops since I got invisible.
Oh, right, because you're only sustaining one.
And then that's it.
So the blue suit, you almost feel a little bit of a this noise of this Latin whispering, chanting, creepily in your
Less of
mind.
a headache coming on, more
Yeah.
like relief.
Yeah. It was less painful or annoying than just maybe disturbing. It does kind of turn to white noise in the back, but it's also just a little bit. That was Oliver Ramos, and then it's down to this sad dude here. He will use half of his move action to stand up, and he will take a swing. Is it standing up from prone next to melee threat?
No, I was just saying he's a sad sack. I don't know if it provokes.
I'll go ahead and look it up, but I'll just.
I don't think it does.
My attack. And this is might against him. Oh, and you've got your forceful on, so your guard is
Insane.
insane. Is it 27?
Yeah, because I have it full. Yeah, 27.
Against forceful? Oh boy, buddy. Does he have anything? He can't even do a focus action because he had to stand up from prone, and he can't attack you prone because he's going to have a disadvantage, and that's going to be even worse. Yeah, no, this is the best he can do. Come on, number 20. Not even close. Well, 17, it was a good. He gave it his all as he swings, but you're just too fast you're a blur of motion as he swings his club right past your face. And we were back to the blue suit. Yeah, the combat page on the Open Legend RPG site, or whatever, if you're going by the rule book too, which I did buy, I have the PDF too, but there are a lot of rules that are mentioned within each of the Banes within context. I wish they would take those out and put them into the combat section as a general thing, like prone. This is standing up from prone. This is attacking.
I always forget that you have the opportunity to basically parry or defend and use a defend action at the behest of your next action. I always forget that that's an option as well.
Yeah, that is true.
Something that I just happened to see it while I was looking through. So
and you can do that for other people too. So if when Lars was like 5 hit points away, you could jump over and try to parry attacks or shots on Lars also.
Right. So I'm gonna move on the other side of Shooting Star.
Yes.
And then I'm just gonna bash this guy in the head with this
okay.
Because enough of this. Let's end this shit.
Kurt, I have to drop to finish what I'm doing. I'll try to get back on in a minute.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, we got like 15 minutes in anyways. We'll probably stack up for the next car.
I'll take it. 28. Is he prone?
No longer. He did. He did
no.
stand up.
Well, if it's 5 over his guard, he falls down again. Hi, Ruru. Hi, baby.
You don't need it. It is just enough actually to put him down. You do 10 points of damage and he had 9 points left. As Friday drops. And with that, we are out of combat. Everyone's things drop. Yeah, we have 15 minutes. So if you want to, you can essentially move up and either go on top of the dining car. As I said, the dining car does have a couple panel windows on the top, or you could scout out from the front door of the dining car. Besides literally healing, trying to do first aid kits and stuff, as long as you're out of combat for 15 minutes, you could just take 15 and then everyone be up to full, and then scout out the rest of it.
Yeah,
So
I think that's probably what we should do.
We can even go outside of combat, and you can just describe how you want to approach or check out or scout the dining car. You are still in the tunnel; it's still going by. You could, though, crawling, make it up on top and take a peek from the top if you wanted to.
I think we should take the full 15 minutes and get everybody up to full.
Yeah, as I
we've
said,
got plenty of
do have
time.
before it's still going to be over a couple of hours before you get to Breslau.
Yeah.
So let's just take that. You've taken your 15 minutes. The conductor, you would communicate with him. He'd ask, what's going on or whatnot. He is able to stay here and essentially just stop anyone else from coming back, if you want. And then we'll just go. I'll keep initiative order just to keep it orderly, but you can essentially take it as though you are at the front of the car if you want to, and then just describe what you want to do. If you want to just, go outside and peek through the windows, if you want to try crawling up top and see what you can see, and we'll start.
I'm going to ask the conductor how much time does it take to get through the tunnel?
Okay. Let's see.
Roughly. We've already been in it for about 15, 16 minutes.
Well, you've only been in three rounds, unless I missed one, so that's really only 6 seconds times 4 at the most, so.
I'm talking at the end of our resting.
Oh yeah, you're doing 15 minutes.
Yeah. So at the end of that,
30 seconds is nothing. Let's say he's saying it's usually about 20 minutes. You've got like another 5 minutes to go.
Okay.
5 times 6 or 30 rounds.
Do I do this?
Yep.
There you go.
I think we should consider one of the things I think I would like to do in prepping for the next car is while we're still in the tunnel, I'm going to shimmy along on my stomach to get to the other end and down so that I'm coming from the other end of the car.
Okay.
Of number 6. That's what I would like to do.
Yeah, so your plan would be like stealth-wise, go out up on the ladder, here to safety, and then shimmy your way down, or maybe around the panes of glass, and eventually make it hop over here, down, and then on the other side. Okay.
Correct.
And blue suit, what do you want to do?
Well, obviously I'm gonna heal, and then I'm gonna go with take the mask and goggles off at this point because we're under the tunnel, and just walk in like I'm going to the dining car. I mean, I know that's the dining car itself, but
okay.
I'm just gonna play.
Go ahead.
Just gonna play dumb, basically.
My plan is to get over there and not come in until just as soon as we get out of the tunnel. So, that's the signal for me to go in from the far end, and maybe even for you to come in from your end, or if you're going to go in before the end of the tunnel. What do you think?
Okay.
Are you going to wait till the tunnel passes to go up and over, or are you going to crawl up while we're in the tunnel?
While we're in the tunnel.
Okay.
And then, so we'll play through, roll through each of these and see how it goes. And this is essentially their plan. Oliver Ramos, what are you thinking of doing?
Well, I'm invisible, so blue suit. Does blue suit see anything while he's standing there?
Well, before I have him, I'm gonna have him roll a perception check. But you're essentially thinking you're gonna go like invisible and shadow him.
Yeah, I'll probably do the same thing. If I can try.
Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna roll Shooting Star first because he's really gonna want to get out and on the ladder and get going. So just give me an agility check for getting onto the roof. You can really get out here and on the ladder fine, and you can take your time and kind of look and see the grade and the height of the tunnel. It's really whipping by. There is enough room, but you've really got to stay, low crawl.
Right.
So just roll the agility just for the transition of making it up, off the ladder onto this low clearance.
All right. I got a good roll of, 24.
Okay, that's more than enough, and you are easily up on top of the train, and you've shifted up to the middle part where you kind of feel comfortable.
Right.
And I'm gonna say you're taking your time too, so you're
Right.
shimmying forward enough to where you can actually get to the windows. So in the middle of the dining car, say something like roughly like this.
Hmm.
I can't really center it quite right. You've got like the roof of the car, and then this little box is like a raised roof, and then all around it, the side, there's like windows, where light normally could get in. So
Right.
you could essentially crawl up to it and take a peek, and then you'd be doing your kind of slow crawl around it. You would be on that sloped edge, but you do have a little bit of that thing to kind of hold on and shimmy yourself around. And
Okay.
even though this thing sticks up from the roof, maybe half a foot or about, there is still enough clearance for that for the tunnel.
Yeah.
And I'll stop you here just because this will be like
Right.
you peek in, and we'll go to the same moment when the blue suit goes to look. So blue suit, just you've made it out between the two train cars. You're peeking through the window into the dining car, and just give me a perception check. And I'm gonna pull it off screen as I go take a look myself.
Kurt, did you want me to perceive as well, or wait
Yeah,
until
actually,
later?
yeah. Go ahead and do a perception check.
Okay. Total of 10. I'm really focusing on holding on, I think.
16.
Not smacking my head.
4. 4 explodes. 20. You can die for us tonight, man. 22.
22? Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's here. Okay. Well, I'll go pull it down. So I kind of readjusted where the little windows and stuff would be. So this is you, and you're kind of looking down this way. I'll just pull this off. So when you're looking down, because 23 is almost like right below you, you don't actually notice him from your roll, but you did see 24 here on the other side. So again, same thing. You got a hallway in the middle. These are literally like dining tables with chairs flanking them. So these people are all seated. Monday is standing in the aisle here. This Tuesday is seated next to this table. These here are like two dining counters, so like up more full height or just chest height with the two servers, and they are still, obviously these two guys are holding their guns out. Everyone in this passenger car is like nervous and just seated, but 83 and 84 are still seems to be like getting coffee out and stuff as though they're being bidded to keep everyone fed, to just keep them docile and happy. Blue suit, normally you wouldn't have seen 24 being a little bit around the edge, but your perception was high enough. Like these guys are all seated. Maybe he stood up a little bit, or you saw the tip of his gun sitting up. So you figured, well, there's going to be at least two guys here. You do spot both of these. And again, Shooting Star is up on the roof up above. So that's what you see essentially going into the car.
Well, I just looking, and then I'll obviously tell the guys behind that this is.
Oh yeah. So and Lars, if he comes in, and Oliver Ramos, you basically relay what you're seeing. Maybe you can't quite make out every other passenger on the other side, but it looks like you've spotted everyone worth noticing in this car. And I guess you've spotted it out, and then we'll say these both happen at roughly the same time, but we'll do Shooting Star first. So again, we'll just make an agility check. This will be an easier difficulty than the latter one. This is just to shimmy your way along and to make it to the other car.
Helps when you unmute. That's a total of 24 again.
Yep, you definitely made it. And then one more at the same difficulty to delicately get down onto that ladder.
Right. And that's a total of, let's see, 19 this time.
Yeah, definitely enough. It's scary. This, there's just
Yeah.
like rough stone whipping right over your head. You definitely would have to like roll up your hat and put it in your jacket, but you're able to make it down and onto the platform and then into this spot, also without getting noticed.
When this is all over, I'm going to have all this dry cleaned because I am going to be filthy. Just crawling along there. If I was standing, it wouldn't have been such a problem, but crawling, oh.
Well, when you finally do make it to Breslau, you will have some time in the local police station. But then you're honestly going to be like going out in the woods and scouting out a castle and putting on ghillie suits and stuff. So you might have some opportunity to change. So I'm just we'll say he's Shooting Star is in position, and now we'll just play out Blue Suit and Oliver Ramos's ploy of walking into the car. So I guess if you just describe again the way you're going in. So you're pretending you're just a normal person. You've got your
Coming,
kit hidden,
coming to the
and
dining
you're just
car.
coming in like you're starving. You need to get something from the dining car. And the same thing. I rolled deception.
Well, hold on. I'm thinking about it now. We wouldn't have been able to get past these guys with guns and into this car. These guys would know because they're holding the cars. So they would already know, basically, if I just try to walk in bumbling, how the hell did you get past the guys in the previous car?
I'm thinking, so there is a chance. The same thing with the bullshit you pulled the last time. Maybe you were being held in the other car, and you're like, "Look, I've got to get something to eat. I'm a diabetic. I'll die," or some line of bullshit of just, "I need to get into this car. I will just get some food, like a ham sandwich or something, and then I'll come back to this car." And as soon as you walk in, he's going to be like, probably, "What the hell are you doing here?" If you deliver enough of a line of bullshit, like, "Dude, I'm just trying to get something from the counter, and I'll get right back," that you think there is a chance you could bullshit through it.
Yeah,
but
I don't.
It would be a challenge.
Yeah, I don't think I want to go that direction with this. I think I want to talk to Oliver about possibly either he, teleporting in or whatever, invisible, and then I want to do a thing where Blitzman and I basically it's like the whole like crack the door and both of us come in at the same time and I can disable one of them type of thing. Kind of do the
Sure.
surprise pincer type of thing. I think that would be smarter at this juncture. And obviously it's 9:30, so we can't do that now. But I mean that's my thought.
Yeah. So I was just going to say, it's all just about planning it out, and it looks like Lars is still stuck working on his ticket. So we'll essentially pick it up from here. You're like in position. You're still going to discuss how you're going to enter, and then if we have Mike Scott or Taylor show up, the plans might change a little bit too. Maybe one of them will want to go up on the roof. So we'll replay it from there. You'll probably have to do some kind of coordination with Shooting Star, since you were originally going to say you were just going to try to do the bluff thing. You could do what was the Doctor Who episode when he runs into Catherine Tate again.
Yeah.
He's like outside of the window and she's outside of the door, and they're having that whole silent conversation back and forth as the bad guys are just sitting there staring at him. So you guys could try to have a conversation like that through the windows there. This is part of the reason why in this alternate world there are no radios. I wanted to make communication to be a challenge.
I might be breaking that soon.
What's that?
So I might be breaking that soon.
Well, I was going to say, if you wanted to set up a telepathy, but you'd have to be within range for that.
All right. Well, let me just. That's cool. So I guess we're wrapping up, right? Is that kind of where we're?
Yeah. That'll be it for tonight.
I want to thank all the viewers. We had a bunch of people, not as much as last time. We had a bunch of people watching that were engaged and actually enjoying the story. So that's cool. So I want to thank them, and I'm gonna push off the Twitch stream now.